Hi, friends! Woohoo! We're here. It looks like audio is working and such, so I certainly hope that it's gonna stick, since we've been hopping back and forth on who's been recording where recently. If any of the audio, this is not your fault. If any of the audio, is funky or anything like that, just give us a heads up and we can fix it. It is so wonderful to see everybody today. Welcome to Aldrithe. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. A couple things to go over before we get started tonight. I am going to try and start a new thing that I'm doing at the beginning of sessions. Obviously, D&D is improv. We are not scripted, and so I cannot create proper content warnings, but based off of things that I may or may not expect to happen in the session, I can try and drop a few different content warnings. So, especially because I do have something planned that might suck a lot. Just as a warning, content warnings this episode for gaslighting and abusive behavior by someone who could be construed as a mother figure.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, I wonder. That's cool. Thanks for letting me know, Var.
So, I know that for the players here, that does kind of ruin a bit of the surprise, but,
I think Vespa gave us cover.
Yeah.
No,
was
well,
Man,
here's the
fuck
thing.
Vespa.
No, Vespa's great, but you know how Vespa is easy to hide, but Urano is the opposite.
You know how Vespa. You know how I was explicitly told that the Lady of Thorns could still see him, and he said, "No, you're bluffing."
Yeah. So anyway, we'll get into that a little bit in the game, but still, those are your content warnings from the day. And in the future, if I see some rough content coming up, I'm going to try and drop content warnings at the beginning of the episode, just so everybody feels safe, because that's the goal. So that is mainly my note today, other than sound stuff. Also, keep an eye on social media in the next couple days, because we have... it's not in this stream yet, but, it's not on this stream yet, but...
Everything's fine.
Floyd's been having a day, friends. But, we have official character art now. It's gorgeous, and we cannot wait to share it with you guys. It's probably gonna go on social media relatively soon. We weren't quite ready to throw it up tonight, because we're still getting some stuff settled, but, that will be coming soon, and we're really excited to share it with you, because that's awesome. However, we'll probably not be sharing it with you next week, because we are off next week, the 6th of June. It is the summertime, and everybody is all over the place, so bear with us as we kind of have a more spotty schedule during the summer. So we are going to be off next week, the 6th of June, and then back on, if all goes well, the 13th of June, that next Sunday. So just a heads up, as usual, we're going to have something in the slot. We haven't decided on what we're putting in the slot yet, but we will be around Sunday night if you would like to hang out with us. But if not, if you want to just wait until the main D&D story picks back up, we will see you on the 13th after tonight's episode. We would love to see you there either way. So, yes, is there anything else that we want to go over before we kind of get things started?
I was out of the room grabbing the stress ball, but I may be streaming at some point next week. I don't know if that was mentioned.
There you go. I was going to let you say it, so there you go.
Cool, yeah. I'm going to stream some kind of video game if my computer can handle it. Probably Hollow Knight. Perhaps Stardew Valley if I can't get that to make sense. Perhaps Stardew Valley if I can't get that. Yeah. Also, I got my second round of Dolly Juice today, namely the Moderna COVID vaccine, about 8 hours ago, and I'm hoping it doesn't hit, but if it hits, it will be during the session. So, I've got Tylenol somewhere. Give me fun.
But
it's just the Lady of Thorns nerfing me in real life.
Yes,
we're good.
That's exactly what's happening here. But yes, anyone else speak now or forever hold your peace?
I hope y'all like combat. I will be dragging us into combat again today.
Shout out to Vinny's new hair.
Hey.
I guess we'll find out. So, if we're ready to get back into it, I'm gonna do a real quick, groovy new clear here, and put a new little song on that I think is a bit more fitting, sometimes Adrian Vogel just drops music and I go, thank you for giving me this character theme. And it's great. So, as we pick up after an eventful day for the Fated Four. After going on what was supposed to be a relatively small extermination quest, and instead finding some strange warped creature of the Underdark, which changed them to switch bodies for a short amount of time, the group went through quite a bit, getting to experience some interesting blends in abilities, and also learning a little bit more about how Dungeons and Dragons works. But after that, the group retired to the inn, where they received some packages, some new information, and went on a small little, let's call it journey into the night.
Sacrilege side quest.
Sacrilege side quest, that's a good way of putting it. As Judice and Io snuck out into the temple district, hopefully under the protection of the Midnight Spirit, to get some questions answered for the both of them. But the group has returned to the inn late at night, everyone having settled down to sleep. And that is where we pick up, as everyone has drifted away into unconsciousness. And we've gotten to the point where I wanted to offer, Io, you get your dream tonight. Would you like me to server mute everybody else, or have we gotten to a point where you're comfortable with people sitting in on your dreams?
I am comfortable with people sitting in on my dreams.
Would anyone like me to server mute them so you don't have to go through Lady of Thorns gaslight time?
Absolutely not.
No.
It's rough.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So,
Okay.
since
We call it skin shifting.
So, since everyone seems settled, then I think we will let Io have a bit of an audience tonight. So, I'm going to briefly... You kind of drift away into sleep. Oh, that's not in the right tab. Sorry for showing everyone my voice mod. You kind of drift away into sleep, still thinking about the desperate plea for help and protection that you kind of sent out into the ether before that. Was so much information to deal with, and you find yourself having trouble drifting off, just with the amount of information and things to grasp in what you discovered. But sleep takes you eventually. And it takes you to what seems like mostly a void, similar to your brief meeting with Paranoia. Mostly emptiness, no stars, but almost small beams of light, almost like sunlight, filtered sunlight coming through slatted, boarded up doors. Just small beams of light. And barely illuminated in one of those beams of light, you see a shadowed figure. Tall, covered in draping robes, a crown of thorns in silhouette. And give me a moment to turn on my voice mod for the stream.
Io?
My lady.
Is it alright if I tell you a story?
Of course, my lady.
Good. I feel like it's been a long time since we last simply spoke to each other, instead of just an exchange of orders. I've always found myself fascinated by Oceanelle's beetles and insects. I do not frequent her domain often, as my allies and I tend to value our privacy. But sometimes a visit is necessary. Her domain is a dark and festering place, as you may expect. The air buzzes with life and death and reeks of decay. There are a few spirits that tend the hives and burrows of all the creatures that live there. Keep the swarms from engulfing any visitors. But otherwise, it is a wild place, with very little light, sunlight or otherwise, to indulge in. Every time I visit, Oceanale will introduce me to a new creation of hers. Some bug or swarm that she's reared from larvae, crawling over some reeking detritus. I still remember the day that she introduced me to one of my favorites, one called the gadfly. They are creatures of persistence, the gadflies. They need blood to reproduce and become near mad with a need for some form of carnage on their tiny level of existence, just to find purpose. They will chase after anything they want, as long as they can before their little hearts give out, just to seek the meal they need. They have no need for connection or family beyond an obligate need to reproduce. They simply pursue blindly. But that strength is also their fault. I watched a gadfly from the swarm break off one night, buzzing loudly into the unknown. Even as Oceanale called for her child, it did not return, and I watched it spiral towards a small beam of filtered light. I asked Oceanale what the light was and what the creature thought it was doing, and she replied that the light was not meant for that bug. It was meant for creatures larger than it, warmer than it. I am sure the gadfly thought it was larger as it approached that small sunbeam, escaping the comfortable unknown of the dark around it. Certain types of the gadflies certainly make a lot of noise, and this one was no exception, announcing its foolish presence to anything it bumbled towards. I wondered what blood it sought, and Oceanale answered that it did not seek any blood as it should. It simply sought the light. At first I thought it should be rewarded. A creature of drive and pursuit should pursue even things that lack importance, like the stray sunbeam. Would it not encourage its spirit of exploration? But I watched the buzzing gadfly wobble through the air towards its lovely little light. It reached that light, you know. I watched it totter into the sunbeam and bask in it for a moment, its little wings knocking against each other. For the first time in its life, with its little path of unimportance, it could see the world around it, be less engulfed by shadow or cold. I thought this was a reward in itself. And then I felt Oceanale rest her hand on my arm, and she said, "Watch." I did. And a moment later, a large wasp burrowed its way out of a column of sand at the edge of the sunbeam. While the gadfly basked in its foolish exploration, the light of day betrayed its location, and the wasp flew up towards it. It paralyzed the fly, devoured it, and dragged its remains back to its nest. Separated from the swarm, and abandoned even in death. Io. Do you think you can lie to me? Do you think you can hide your pursuit of the sun from me? I am sure the sun and moon believe they are clever, but they are young and weak and foolish. I am older than the sun. I am older than the moon. I am older than lies and insects and poison and war. Any protection you plead for only lasts so long. Time amongst the divine changes mortals, warps them into things they are not meant to be, changes them and stamps them with their loyalties, and you reek of daybreak. I understand you are but a mortal, young and foolish. I understand your instinct is to bumble your way through life blindly, seeking what is possible, not what is important. Until recently, I thought you were different. I thought you understood our importance, but no. Instead, you rage against me like a child throwing a temper tantrum because they cannot reach the sweet things they believe themselves entitled to. I can't bring myself to be angry anymore, Io. I'm simply disappointed in you. I can't believe you would be so stupid. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I suppose you would not appreciate an apology.
Will it help you? No. Would I like to hear it anyway? Yes.
I'm sorry, my lady.
The light is not your protector, Io, and it will never be your protector. You've always belonged in the shadow. You belong with me, as I know everything about you. There is nowhere you can run where I will not find you, where I cannot see you, and when you die, there will be nowhere for you to go but to me. Do you really think anyone else will take you? Do you think an infant god will place you among the stars? Never. I have offered you greatness, and you reject it. I have handed you the correct path, not hidden it from you. I have given you anything you could have ever wanted, and all you do is try to reach your little patch of sunlight when I saw the wasp that comes for you. I have always seen your fate of destruction and abandonment, and all I've asked is for you to believe me and trust me so I can protect you, and yet you run crying to other gods like they could do anything for you other than wave their hands.
I'm sorry, I was foolish to doubt you. It's that same drive, the one that brought me to you. I just needed to know. I thought that if I knew this, then nothing else would ever matter. If I could figure out the answer to this one problem, it would be my last foray out to that stupid sunlight. And I mean it, and I'm sorry, and I know that doesn't do much of anything. But they say I have family.
Who says you have family?
Some spell?
And what? That makes you feel better?
No. But I don't understand why I had to sign that away.
You chose to sign it away. Why are you asking me when you should be asking yourself?
I suppose if I was the one to make that choice, then of course it would have made sense. I don't know how much I trust myself with sensible decisions.
Which is why you trust me with them, is it not?
Yes.
So why are we here then, Io? Why have you directly disobeyed everything I've told you? Gone behind my back, or at least attempted to, because apparently you think that I am stupid. When you don't feel better, you didn't get what you want, and all you know is that you chose to do this. You don't
All I
have
know.
family, Io. You
And
never
I'm going
will.
to insight check the Lady of Thorns again, just like the first time. I did not
Hey,
roll a natural
before
20.
you make that.
Oh my god, you...
How far apart are Judice and Io's beds?
I don't know.
Within 10 feet, would you say?
Have you ever been in a hotel room?
Hotel rooms aren't that big, Mhairi.
Sure, they're within 10
Actually,
feet of each other.
wait, 1 sec. Never mind, this is a deception. This is an insight check, not a saving throw. Never
Yeah,
mind, you're
also
fucked,
I think
sorry.
you have to be conscious for that to work.
Yeah. Anyway, I rolled an 18.
These are both true.
18 on insight. Hold on, I didn't take my dice back out. Because I wasn't sure.
Really appreciate the can-do attitude.
I just want to help my friends.
I know.
Okay.
I know you do.
Well. You're not sure if it's your own bias or what, but she seems to be telling the truth. You feel like you should trust her.
Fuck that.
And I do. Oh. I should never have doubted you, my lady. You were right. What you've always said. Shouldn't go looking for anyone else to care for me. I know exactly where I belong. And I kind of, as I say this, I rub against the tattoo of a gadfly that takes up my full chest.
Io. I would love to believe you. But every time I have sat you down and had this conversation, you've said the same thing, all plaintive and careful, and then you betray me again.
I understand.
Do you? Because I would feel like if you understood, it would have stuck.
I understand that there must be a consequence.
And you're
Let's
still
talk
lying to me.
About what?
All you wanted was the family information. You certainly told your little bard otherwise.
I thought someone could love me.
You're wrong.
They said they did. I checked. Repeatedly I did. I can't be fooled that easily.
You fool yourself every day. Why would this be any different?
Hope. Fucking sunbeam.
You see why you don't run to it? You see why you trust the dark?
Yes. So what must be done?
You know, I was going to ask you. What do you think would outweigh what you've done?
Well, this was betrayal. This was an intentional betrayal for information. So perhaps I mean, you can take my notebook like you did before. You can take my powers for a time if I no longer serve you in a way that helps you. There's no need to spend your magic on me until you trust me. Information? There's something that made me run from you, I guess.
You think you could trade? Let me take a memory?
The last time we spoke, I foolishly thought to see if what you were saying was really true.
I know. And I know you've already done it again. I know you better than anyone.
Of course you do. My power into memory. My power in that memory. Is that enough to make up for what I've done?
I find it interesting that you think you can make up for what you've done.
My hands, my eyes, my life. What do you need?
I think I know what I want.
I don't need to know. Just do it.
That's better. Do you have anything else you would like to say to me?
Yes. When I spoke to my fellow researcher, when I spoke to Paranoia, both times there were implications that I was nothing special to you, that I was your errand boy, and in the moment I couldn't stomach that. I thought I had some grand place in all of this, and it terrified me to feel that that was being taken away, but I realized perhaps that is the place that I deserve. Who cares if it's the place I've held all along? If I'm your errand boy, so be it.
Io, you have always been meant for more than running errands. However, by betraying me, you put yourself in that position. It is only by cementing your loyalty that you can return on the path to importance, away from your little stray sunbeam.
I understand. That's all, my lady.
Oh, my child. You'll learn in time.
And you drift off into unconsciousness.
Poggers.
That's all, folks.
That's it. That's all, folks. So
So on one hand, that was terrifying. On the other hand,
every day. Why are we put on this earth? Just to suffer? Every day people simp over my abusive mom.
Listen, she's
Every day people are very emotional in a way that is gay over my abusive mom. I don't have a filter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, Twitch, if you see this, I didn't mean to say that, and we never say that, and we're very clear that we don't say that. Please don't get mad at us.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Moving forward. There we go.
Do I have a fun dream?
No. Oh, who did we
Oh.
lose?
Floyd.
Everybody's out of order.
It's gone.
Ah, runs to OBS. There we go.
Okay, so you have the DM now.
Oh, God.
Oh, they're back.
Hi, welcome back.
Hi.
Hi.
So,
Sorry.
Okay, how about this? Why are we put on this earth just to suffer every day people call the Lady of Thorns a MILF? I'm done.
So do I get a cool dream?
no, you do not.
Oh, okay.
Nobody else gets a cool dream.
No, okay.
But,
Oh, no.
yeah, I do have bad news for what's
No,
in
I've
chat.
been looking at chat the whole time.
Gaslight.
I'm just a good actor like that.
But, so obviously Judice and Armani usually wake up first. Is there anything that you guys do in the morning before the others wake up?
Stretch. Preliminary daily workout.
Okay.
Alright.
No.
Wait.
Talk.
Yeah, Io wakes up to the sound of, like, dumbbells.
Dumbbells make a sound. Is that a...
The clinking, it depends. It depends. If they're separate from the handle, then they might clink when you go up and down. I know about these things, of course. But, I mean, Judice wakes up before Io. Does Judice see Io sleeping fitfully at all?
Io is out. Like, Io is not tossing and turning. Io is out. But, I mean, like, I don't know, is Io, like, fetal position? Like, I can see that. But Io is very much not tossing and turning, like, fully out.
Here's the thing. This is a long shot. Can I divine sense?
Sure, please read to me the description of Divine Sense again.
If I have it.
Also, if you'll make a perception check for me, that would be great.
I can do that.
You're doing very important things. On the other hand, I'm considering if Ivory wants to wake up early in the morning to make their chickens see the, that time exists.
Jesus.
Time exists?
As in trying to awaken the chicken.
Oh, God.
With the little treats I got. Well,
Thanks, Harold.
Perception check wasn't good, but, divine sense.
What do you mean, not good? Like, define not good.
13.
Okay.
Divine sense. Sorry, it's difficult to pull up. Oh my fucking god.
Andy, if I awaken my chicken and he is evil,
There we go.
I will have to love him still.
Divine sense. The presence of evil registers in your senses like a nauseous odor, and a powerful good rings like heavenly music to your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of me. I know its type. I can also detect the presence of any spell or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell.
Ooh, let me check the Hallow spell real quick to see the rules on a thing.
No, I can see things that are affected by the
Yeah, I
Hallow
know.
spell. Oh, okay.
Does the spell detecting evil have to do mostly with its race, or does it also have to do with its alignment? Could you use it on my chicken?
It is not alignment based.
not
I used to
alignment.
think it was. It
Yeah.
literally just tells me, are there any celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of me?
It's creature based. Damn.
Divine Sense. You know... you can't typically, like, read auras or anything like that with Divine Sense, so it's hard to kind of draw this comparison there, but there is no singular celestial presence in the room. It's almost like Io's entire half of the room currently just, like, is seeped in some kind of celestial presence. But it's not a single figure. It's just registering.
That makes sense. Can I approach?
Sure. You can. And kind of as you approach, there's a small bedside table.
Do I stub my toe on it?
No. But, a bright thing on the bedside table kind of catches your eye. There's something sitting there that was not sitting there last night.
What is it?
It's a dagger. Kind of with a serrated edge. It's, like, rough looking. And there is a piece of bright pink fabric tied to the handle.
Any writing, insignias,
No.
inscriptions? No investigation check I'd make for that, or?
If you want, you can try and inspect it further, but upon glance you can't.
Interesting. Is there anything physically keeping me from Io?
No?
I don't know if there's a way. My dad, he had a Rottweiler.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is this?
My friend Oceaneel, she had a gadfly!
No, my dad had a Rottweiler. Very, very lovely dog, but it was very, very, like, clingy, and it would always cry when it slept, unless he would have the bed right next to his bed, and he would hang his hand off the edge, and it would always put its head right there.
Aww.
It was the only thing that would ever really let it sleep. Her name was Cleo, but I'm trying to think if there's any way that Judice can do that, because he knows that there is not much he can do, but he does know that Io is getting God contacted, and not in a good way. I think he'll just put his hand on their shoulder. Just...
Okay.
And then eventually he'll start donning his daily attire, aka full split mail.
Cool. Is Armani getting up to anything before Ivory wakes up?
Well, first, you mentioned it last session, and then I didn't, like... I was tired, so I didn't ask about it. You said that the package included fine clothing, but you didn't specify what that meant.
So, fine clothing is a clothing category in D&D. So there's, like, common clothing, fine clothing, costumes, that kind of thing.
Baby, you look fine as hell.
I'm strangling you.
Fine clothing is just nice clothing. So this is going to be whatever kind of more formal robes or formal wear you would be, not necessarily like evening gown, but, you know, like business clothing, something to represent
Gotcha.
yourself well in.
Something you'd wear in first class on an airplane.
Yeah, like you're
Gotcha.
entering first class on the
Okay.
airplane.
Gotcha, okay. I mean, that was less of Armani and more of just Floyd. And
Yeah,
not
I
knowing what
figured.
that meant. Anyway, I think that they get dressed and they like just kind of take a walk around the city just to like find something to eat, like maybe in a market, and just kind of like pretending that they're not going to go see the symbols, but they're definitely going to go kind of look at the symbols on the wall.
Which symbols?
The ones on the alley, the runes.
Oh, you're gonna go stalk the alley again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like do anything. I think like they're kind of just like oh, I'm just gonna wander in the city and like maybe look at those runes. Oh my god, I just wandered.
Are
over
you
the
talking to the air like
Who are you
that?
talking to?
Literally talking to the
Judice
air.
is
Like,
Judice
dark,
is busy,
dark.
like just trying to console his friend who's getting like, you know, God gaslit.
Triple G'd.
And you're over here just like, I'm gonna go check out this alley to an empty room.
Go to a room with a sleeping cat.
Well, to be fair, there's never an empty room with Armani in
Intriguing.
it because of darks.
Yes.
So
You're telling the one person who didn't want you to check out those
God,
rooms.
it'd be so cool if Io's constant companion was anything like dark.
Right?
Judice is a dog.
yeah, but I say Armani stops to grab like, I don't know, some fucking fruit or like a loaf of bread or something. Like something cheap just to eat, and then they kind of like just walk past the alley just to see if there's anything weird over there.
Okay,
What
make a
is that
perception
face for,
check.
Ewan?
You said, I don't know, Armani grabs a loaf of bread, and I'm like, the whole thing?
I meant like a slice of bread, you motherfucker.
I'm picturing
Like,
mine
oh,
going up to a bakery, grabbing a whole loaf of Wonder Bread and biting into it sideways.
Okay, banana boy. Fuck you. Alright, that was a...
I bought bananas.
Okay, that was an 18.
Okay. How long are you willing to sit there in the alleyway?
I think I'm less sitting and more loitering, but like probably for a few minutes.
Just a few minutes?
We're doing the
Like,
Judice lean.
like 4 minutes? Or like 15? Or like 30?
Like 15, I'd say.
15
Not super
minutes?
long.
Okay.
Just kind of studying the activity and like seeing if like there's anything weird, because like they did feel that weird like draw to the ruins, and they want to like see if there's anything there. If that makes
You're
sense.
like a bad neighborhood watch.
Exactly. That's exactly what I am.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening here. You sit there. There is kind of a weird feeling when you're around them. You don't really know what it is, but there is some kind of weird feeling. Since you're standing, like, right there, it's not urgent, it's not pulling you anywhere,
Gotcha.
but it's almost like deja vu. A little dizzying.
Okay.
But nothing changes while you stand there for like 15 minutes. It's just an empty alleyway with some weird ruins in it.
Okay. I think they don't want to like do any like investigating, like real like shit, unless like the rest of the party's with them. So they're gonna probably pick up some breakfast for like Ivory and the rest of them. Like they're gonna get like a few muffins. Like I don't know. They're just gonna pick up something from the bakery and then head back.
Okay. Alright, so it's
Muffins.
What?
Muffins. Big wink. Judice.
He likes muffins.
I guess.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
It's one of the few pieces.
Am I misremembering the thing?
No, it's muffins. I'm not
I-
sure why we're winking, is the thing.
Yeah,
The muffin
Judice has. It's not like he's like it's his thing. It's just that he got Anton Ego ratatouille'd by a muffin he had once.
That's what I was referencing, and then you guys acted
Yeah, I don't know what the
confused
wink's
when I
for.
I don't. It's the wink that's
No,
confusing me
you said,
here.
Judice, muffins. I was like, yeah.
No, the muffins.
Fine, you don't get any fucking muffins. I get you a bagel instead, you motherfucker.
I wasn't saying anything. I wanted
Fuck
the
you, you're
muffin.
getting a bagel.
Oh.
Ivory gets all the muffins.
I'm getting Ivory a muffin, I'm getting Judice a bagel, and I'm getting Io, I'm blanking on every...
Granola.
Every
getting
breakfast
Io's
food known
Croissant.
to man.
No, I'm getting Io a croissant. Yeah, that's a good idea. I couldn't think of any other pastry. That was
Okay.
a breakfast.
Yeah, sure. Just throw down like 6 copper.
Okay.
Um,
Sounds good.
Don't get a raspberry crown, because that's a kind of wasp.
Thanks, Io. Yeah, I won't do that.
You're so welcome.
I've been drinking Fanta. I just saw how orange my tongue is. My God.
Can I see? Don't be shy.
oh God.
Oh my god!
My goodness. Okay. Well.
You and real.
You make your way back. You get some breakfast things. It's still pretty early. Usually,
Yeah.
Ivory isn't awake by this point. Usually Judice is awake, and kind of as you pass the door, you can kind of hear Judice kind of shuffling around inside, doing his gains for the day.
He's putting on his clothes. It's split mail. That's heavy.
Yeah. That in itself is a workout. You could just hear clink, 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 clink. Clink,
I
clink, clink.
assume I was still asleep, so I not
I was still
possibly like try not to wake them up.
Judice, you hear the shuffling stop, and then I don't know why I did every single sound effect there.
Hey, I love it.
It's just
I'm a
like,
dungeon master. I'm sorry. Hi.
hi, so I got you a bagel. And I got Io a croissant. I thought you guys would like a little something to eat.
Sure. I was sleeping at the moment. I'll keep it at the bedside table.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Cool.
question.
Yeah.
You might know something about this. Judice
Doubtful.
points to the dagger on the bedside table.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that before?
Can I roll, or do I not know, Mhairi?
You can go and inspect it if you want to.
Then I fucking do that.
Then yes, make a investigation check.
Oh god, I have to, to go look at what my investigation thing is. I don't think it's anything, but we'll find. Oh
Who
god,
said I was Matt Mercer coded?
Andy.
please, please.
No, that
I
was
have a
me.
fucking
Oh, wait.
plus
That was
3.
me.
that was you.
Oh, I
That was
misread.
you.
Yeah, that was Aza.
22.
22. You have not seen this dagger before. However, you can.
Oh, 22. You've not seen this.
But you have definitely never.
I was about to
seen
say, however. My God, I can't give you shit in this house.
Nat 20. You haven't seen it.
You have not seen this
However.
dagger before. This is not something that you've seen as a part of Io's collection previously. However, you can see something very subtly inscribed on the blade.
What does it say?
You don't know. You can't read it.
If you point it out to Judice, he might.
22. Okay.
A 22 doesn't make you bilingual.
I
Yeah.
think it does.
It does not.
It makes it bilingual.
It does not.
I believe everyone is already technically bilingual, at least.
Yeah, actually, every one of our party
I
members is
know,
bilingual. Good for us.
Not even a little. But I do kind of squint at it, and I point it out and I go, Can you read that? What language is that? Is that even a language?
Can Judice look?
It doesn't seem like a language.
Judice speaks Infernals.
Does it look familiar?
It might look familiar
Does it?
depending on how much you've looked over Io's shoulder.
Yeah.
Ah.
Ooh, is it one of the tattoos that Io has?
No.
No.
Io writes in a cipher.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm not. Ooh, fuck. I'm not gonna look through your fucking notebook. Io's already.
You can get
jacked up
Ivory
on
to
betrayal juice.
scan each page.
Io is already jacked up on betrayal juice. I'm not gonna make that worse.
I think Ivory would really enjoy trying to decipher what the fuck you write in.
Bold assumption that Io would let you. I'm thinking.
No, I absolutely don't think that he would. But if I maybe stole her book, bad idea.
No. But just wondering. It wasn't there last night.
Oh.
Io hasn't been sleeping the best of looks, so hope everything's all right. But thank you for the. Has Judice ever had a bagel?
Do you think?
Doubtful.
Then
I'd
no.
like to posit that I think he's seen a bagel, but he's never put one in his mouth.
Sure, let's go with that. You're familiar with the concept
Yeah, he's
of a
definitely
bagel.
walked past bakeries.
I will say,
Uh,
Armani got you like an everything bagel. It's got cream cheese on it. It is toasted. Like that shit is like.
That's
It's
the
a
good
ass
shit.
bagel. You get a good ass
We
bagel.
got bread, we got loaves.
Judice takes actually, is Ivory awake yet, or still?
I assume not. They weren't awake when I left. You know, no one is. So.
Except us early risers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking into what we're going to be doing in the next few days because I know we need to head out sooner rather than later. Time is our greatest enemy right here. But when we leave them eventually, they're going to need a hefty stipend to live off of. And I was thinking, we still have work that we can do in town. I want to make sure that they're able to take care of themselves while they're over there. Give them a bit of cushioning.
Yeah, no question about it.
There was another job in town, something about hunting legendary creatures. We'll see how up for it everyone is, but we're kind of hurting. Well, we're definitely not hurting for coin, but
I mean, the last time we hunted for legendary creatures, I got a bit of a condition. So.
Last time we hunted for legendary creatures, Io killed me. So.
Yeah, so I feel like we should ask some more questions this time.
Yes, and I'm definitely sure we can. I mean, hopefully they'll be more forthcoming than Briar.
Yeah, because I'd really not to
cream cheese is
repeat
getting
that
to me.
experience. But yeah, as long as we're not, getting possessed by evil demigods, I am totally down.
Or swapping bodies, I suppose.
Or that. I mean, that was, I think, less bad, but still.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
No.
Kind of pointing to Armani's sword. They look different, but they're pretty much the same weight distribution.
Yeah.
Feel a little open, a little dedicated, not using the shield, but.
Did you? It was hard to keep track of things in the heat of battle. Did you go into Io's body at any point?
No, I was just you the whole time.
Oh, were you? How was that? What was that like? Oh, God.
I'm good at keeping things in check, usually. Being in your driver's seat didn't really help with that, but on the inverse, it kind of got it out of my system.
I mean, there is that. The reason has Io talked to you about the voices?
Has Io talked to Judice about the voices?
I believe they have been mentioned.
In passing.
In passing.
Of the things that Io has opened up to Judice about, that is not something that Judice has really inquired on. Only in passing, but never really asked about it. Didn't seem like something that he'd be willing to talk about, or something that would really be a prominent concern.
I mean, I didn't think so. I know that he seems to trust you, and I just wanted to know if it was something I should worry about, I guess. But
I know this is a difficult situation for all of us to be in, and on top of all of that, I was confronting some big things, and I'm sure that they'll let you in on it.
I mean, I'm not, but I don't know. weird. I know we don't talk much, but I still worry about them. I'm scared of them, but I still care about them. It's a strange feeling. So who knows if I've actually talked to them about it, but
Do you want to know a secret? I do consider all of you extremely close friends of mine. It's really the only I've ever had. That does not mean that Io doesn't scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Is he one of my best friends? Yes. Did he kill me? Also, yes.
I like to think we
These are
both kind
both
of look
true.
at like sleeping Io and we're like,
He's drooling a little bit. He's got like smeared makeup on the pillow. You are muted, by the way.
He's scary.
No, I know. I'm aware. I'm talking to Frankie.
okay.
He's scary, but he's ours.
That does help a little bit, actually. Not the only one. Anyway, if that's... Sorry, that's his business, I shouldn't... enjoy the bagel.
Thank you.
Closest friend?
I say so.
I'm gonna see if Ivory's awake.
Okay.
I will do that. I will also say, unfortunately, there isn't a lot of competition. I was raised in a church attic.
I mean, to be fairer, this guy, pointing to empty air, is literally my only other friend besides you, so...
You are
It's even
still
both
one
ends, I'd
above
say.
me, I'd say. I mean, we have the folks back in Talkrave. I don't know quite what to call that. But I don't consider Omeros a friend, really, either. Mentor, definitely.
Hope not.
Father, but only in the religious sense. Look at us, a couple of very well-acquainted, we have a very tight-knit, small circle.
Yes.
Enjoy your bread.
Thank you.
I'll see you downstairs when everyone's awake.
Okay. So you return to Ivory. Are you going to try and wake Ivory up early, or are you just gonna let him sleep? Oh, they're... Oh, God.
Huh?
They're awake.
Oh, shit. And they're 1,000% expecting Ivory to be, like, dead asleep, so they open the door and see Ivory, like, oh my god.
They're just, like, sitting in bed. They're not, like, standing up yet.
Oh,
but,
I did need to ask this question. But where do you keep Harold the Rooster at night?
I just let him roam.
Okay. Good to know.
Oh my god. You're just letting a rooster roam in our hotel room?
Yeah. There is rooster
You
shit
got
on the floor.
shit on while you were... Yeah.
There is rooster shit on the floor and possibly in your bed.
Fantastic.
There's probably also more than a few feathers everywhere.
Yeah.
But they have woken up and acquired him. And they are now trying to convince him to eat some treats.
Some what?
Please make an animal handling check.
Yes. One moment. They're trying to make him eat the treats I got from the it's Minotaur in the library. Who gave me some treats to awaken my chicken.
Okay, supposedly.
Supposedly.
To awaken my chicken. That, my friends, was a 15.
We are become death. destroyer of worlds.
So the rooster doesn't automatically fight back. It does take. It's like sitting there making slightly distressed barking noises. And you're just like. But a moment later, it does kind of. I'm not gonna. But it kind of. And manages to eat him up.
How does he seem?
Like a rooster.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I imagine that when Armani walks in, Ivory's just intensely staring Harold in his eye. You can only look at one at a time because their eyes are on the sides of their heads.
I see you two are bonding? Okay.
I am trying to see if he is awake.
He seems pretty awake to me. He's eating.
More like mentally.
Sure. I got you a muffin.
Like without looking away from Harold, like, reached out their hand to take the muffin.
Harold tries to make a run for it.
Oh, God.
They immediately drop the muffin and try to grab him.
Make a dexterity check.
Jesus.
I swear to God, you're gonna give Harold the treats that awaken him, and he's just gonna stop and look down at his wings and just say, "What the hell am I?" And it's gonna be terrible. You needed a BBEG.
Okay, that is a 7.
A 7. Harold beat you with a 13. So the rooster squirms out of your thing and just like barks aggressively as he lands down on the ground again. And
Armani, like an old lady seeing a mouse, jumps up onto the bed.
He's not going to eat you. He's
Judice,
about to...
you hear a quiet yelp through the wall.
Roosters have very, very big claws. I
arguably have larger claws.
I know, but you're like we're
You're not
like
a
friends,
rooster.
and I'm not friends. You're not gonna scratch me. He is. He shit in my bed.
Sorry, I guess. Harold, are you awake? And I like look into his eyes from like up on the bed.
He just stares at you.
Judice knocks on the door.
Come in and shut the door behind you.
Like really quickly.
Just making sure. I heard some yelping and jumping
come in.
noises. Oh,
We're
man.
trying to awaken Harold.
Judice opens the door. Is Harold making a fucking beeline?
Hold on.
As a resident
opens it
rooster
slowly.
expert,
Harold
probably.
beelines to the other side of the room, like as far away from everybody as possible.
Oh,
Great.
okay. I thought Judice was gonna have to cast Abjure Enemy on the fucking rooster.
Has Judice ever cast Abjure Enemy on an actual enemy, or has it just been Curious
Yes.
George?
I've used it on 3 different people. I've used it in the
One of them was a shot.
Well, yes. I also used it in the fight in the Pit of Prestige, and I used it in the fight against the people in the field after trying to kidnap Princess Lazarus.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like most of you just use it on animals here that you're trying to catch.
Curious George.
And the
Oh, Hydrate 2.0, friends.
Oh fuck.
Pour up.
You
My
have
tongue
water.
is so orange.
Bubble tea is water, lad.
Thank you, -V43 for the hydrate and for the wonderful emotes that you made.
Hey, good to see you.
So now that Floyd has been gotten onto for not having water, we love you too. But, yes, Judice, there's a slightly ruffled looking, not to say that his feathers are ruffled, but, a slightly annoyed looking, a rooster in the other corner of the room.
Please don't tell me you made him sentient.
Well, it's only temporary, technically. Supposedly. I also don't know if it really worked. They're supposed to be like I'm supposed to go report back, I think, and like tell him how they worked.
You took non-FDA approved sentience
What do you
kill
think
for a
FDA
chicken?
stands for?
What's an FDA?
I think whatever you just said stands for fun,
The
dicking
The
around.
Fantasy Department of Agriculture.
Does he look more awake to you?
Does
Make an
Harold
insight check.
look more awake?
Can we all insight check the chicken?
You guys
Can
can,
you give me
insight
an-
check
can
the
you give me
chicken.
advantage?
Insight check the chicken.
I fucking hate this group.
Oh, me too. Don't worry about it. I love it here.
Judice doesn't
Sometimes.
know shit. Judice has a 5.
'Kay,
Plus
cool.
1, 6.
Hold on, I'm trying to find my ads for insight because I'm on my fucking phone.
I got
Uh,
Judice is about to mace Windu this fucking chicken, saying he's too dangerous to be left alive.
What?
For a chicken.
Sorry, what was that?
I just said Vari said I'm gonna prep the most beautiful monologue humanity has ever seen, and also for the party to awaken a fucking chicken in a hotel room.
A 16, perhaps?
16? Did Armani roll for insight on the
Mhm.
Okay.
I got a 13.
13 seems kind of like a chicken. Doesn't seem super awakened.
Cool.
Seems a little freaked out. So
Alright.
maybe that is an awakening.
Cool.
But
I mean, me too. Like,
Yeah.
same.
okay.
If my chicken is awake, the chicken, I guess technically if he's awakened, I shouldn't really have, like, ownership. Isn't that, like, immoral somehow? Anyway,
So now you're thinking about the morality of giving a chicken sentience after the fact?
yes, this is when you would consider it, absolutely.
Ivory kins Dr. Frankenstein.
I was just gonna say.
I
I was just gonna say.
horrible, actually.
Yes, Mykins!
God.
Blame Casper for that.
You only now think of the consequences of giving something freedom of thought.
When have I ever thought about the consequences of anything till they have come about?
Good point.
Never.
That's fair, but that also is a habit you should break.
We'll get there.
It's a better response than we got last time. I'll take it.
Harold, cluck once if you are sentient? Does he cluck?
He,
No.
he clucks, but he has to say it out loud in a human voice.
He goes cluck.
The chicken
Fuck.
just the chicken just
I don't know if they worked.
No, I don't.
Harold, who's your favorite? Who's your favorite 15th century composer? The answer's Bach. But I also don't know where Bach was. I think he was in the 1700s. I'm sorry.
I love how you just inserted Bach into
I love
our
that you
thing.
just made Bach canon.
Johann Sebastian Bach.
Do we perhaps is Ayu awake? Do we perhaps want to go back to the At least I am going to go back to the library. If you want to come with me, that's up to you. I think I would like to take Harold and go see if
Are you
my
going to teach
supplier
me?
of these treats has any insights to give me. Maybe there was a vital instruction that I did not follow.
You can definitely do that. Mani and I were discussing earlier about, what?
Mommy?
Freudian
Anyways,
slip.
it's been a, no, I said Mani.
He definitely did, but also
It was so
Oh, a Freudian listen?
jarring to think that you said that.
I think that is a Freudian listen.
So,
God.
yes, Mani and I were talking earlier about, when we leave the two of them, they're going to need a hefty stipend to live off of for a while they settle themselves.
I
And
mean,
I
I
was thinking,
have gold that I don't really need.
I'd like to leave them with at least 1,000. Maybe more.
Together we have at least 1,000 golds. I mean, we need to live, of course, but
Yes,
I mean-
I'm.
But you probably should still take a job, extra
course.
gold.
I know that time is our enemy, but
can we
time is
possibly
our first enemy. Our second enemy is money.
What was that, Ivory?
can we get one that does not involve perhaps almost dying again? Can we do like one of those simple
Who do you
ones?
take
So I
it
got
for?
bad news. Our current job is hunt down legendary creatures for 3,000 gold.
That is a lot of money.
That is the most money I have likely ever seen in my
Yeah.
life.
What about the gory shit we got from the old one? Can we perhaps go try to sell that to the other?
The person who is hiring for that was the person I thought we could sell to. So, best case scenario, we go up and we take the job and all things go well. Worst case scenario, we go up, we don't take the job, and then we peddle off some Underdark beast remains. Grab a quick buck or two.
Hello.
Oh, hello!
While you have this conversation, Io, you don't necessarily shoot awake, but you know when you're kind of dozing in sleep and for some reason your brain suddenly thinks that you're falling and you just kind of... That's how you wake up. Judice is not in the room.
Cool.
As a
I feel like you're
note...
talking on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, as a note, right off the bat, you lost the memory that you asked to lose.
Cool.
And also, when you think back to the previous night before, you remember... It's a little bit fuzzy, you've always had a bad memory, but,
Don't
I guess
say
Judice
that.
didn't
God.
say that there was any family left, which is a shame. Just some of those found things, I guess, but
Me
no
about to
greens.
tell Io he has family again.
Cool.
So that memory was modified. The others
I
is
would-
gone. And there is a knife on your
Feeling-
bedside table.
Yeah. What does it say? I pick it up. What does it say?
It says, betrayal is a cycle.
Do I recognize the fabric?
It's a very familiar shade of pink.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What would I roll to see if it's fabric that is related to Journey?
I was gonna say
You
that's
don't
part of
have to
Journey's fucking
roll.
pants or something.
You don't have to roll. You know.
Cool. Yeah. That's what I thought. I told Frankie that that's what I thought was gonna happen. And then Frankie said, that would be too mean. And I'm like, no.
No.
Did the lady sneak into Journey's bedroom and just cut like one pant leg so they have like half capris?
No.
God.
I think this is a hit. Is what this
No,
is.
it's a fucking hit, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think a hit's been put out a little bit.
I pick it up. And at first, I sort of say, you can't possibly. No, of course. I have to prove my loyalty. And I try to cast thaumaturgy. Just,
Yeah, you're good.
I can cast it?
Mm-hmm. Though thaumaturgy
Okay.
is a racial ability.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one.
I love you so much.
This one's called, I know my own spells. If I, okay, cool. Warning for chat, I'm about to draw blood for the sake of a spell. I like nick my finger and then try and cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
with the blade.
You succeed.
Okay, cool.
Oh, with the blade?
I'm sorry. What?
Wait, with the blade?
Yes.
then no.
Can I roll an Arcana? And
Yes.
I realize that this might be stupid, and so I pull out my dagger and I try again.
That heals.
I just sort of sigh and I go, I know what's going on here. And I wrap my finger up and I'm like, you know what? If I bleed out, it happens.
It's a finger. It's like a paper cut.
Paladin
You're
healing
okay.
time.
It's not gonna work. But I wrap up my fingertips so that it doesn't like get blood on things.
That's good.
I would like to cast an Arcana check. I would like to make an Arcana check on the knife.
Sure, go ahead.
That's gonna be -1 + 3, which is 19.
19. You don't see any runes necessarily on this that would give away that it is arcane. But you do kind of get the feeling that gods don't super need runes to make things happen.
Yeah.
That's how we got our first +1 magic weapon, guys.
Ooh.
That's not what it is, honey.
He
That's not what it
knows.
is, sweetheart.
He knows.
I know.
I know.
Besties, I'm kind of scared.
Bestie, I'm kind of scared. Yeah.
Oh, you this bestie.
I put it in I use some of the fabric that I have hanging around from the first mission we did to fashion a holster that can go on my leg underneath my pants.
Okay.
And right below where I used to keep my candle. And I put it on, and then I put my pants on. And just kind of get myself settled. And I take a while to do my makeup today because I try and make it look different than usual. I don't know how much I succeed because some of it is tattooed on.
There's a
But-
croissant for you on the bedside.
Oh,
Just
Do I
a croissant
notice?
for you, yeah.
It's a little
do I
croissant for you.
notice do I even notice the croissant? How
Do you?
preoccupied am
I don't know. The
Roll a
dagger is
croissant
kind
check.
of thing, but there is a croissant
The
there.
dagger is kind of a thing. I rolled a 10 on noticing
I'll let you see the croissant. It's not hidden.
the croissant, and I think I assume it's for Judice.
It's on your bedside table. There are two
Your
bedside tables.
table. Yeah.
Okay, I just kind of look at it. I pick it up. And I
Just a little one.
just kind of go, not hungry. And I put it down.
You say taking a bite of a fucking pig. That was great timing for you to take a bite of something.
Wait, hold on.
I have Raising Cane's in front of me. You cannot expect me to not
That's
eat at a
valid.
time like that.
So good.
Does Io think that the croissant is also
The croissant from the Lady of
Poison
Thorns.
croissant.
A baker.
Goddess of
Yeah.
gaslighting
Actually, I
and
am gonna
French
roll
baking.
two.
She went to go tell her bestie Oceaniel about the story she just told, and Oceaniel was like, "Oh my god, let's make croissants while we work." You
I
know, the
that's how
festering
Oceaniel
queen.
sounds like.
No, that
I
is
know who
not
that
what
does
Oceaniel
sound like.
That is not what Oceaniel sounds like.
The way that I just rolled an 8 on seeing if the croissant is poisonous.
You don't want to risk it.
If
You
have
don't want to
any
risk it.
concerns, I can
I
stop
well, I
poison
put it in my
food.
bag. It has a. I put it in my bag.
Okay.
okay?
Gonna get squished.
Yeah.
I feel through the wall you can hear us talking about
Yeah, you can hear like
monsters and shit.
muffled kind of bickering. But
I don't think I go.
okay.
I just sit there and stare at the ceiling for a bit.
Panning the camera back to the other group. As you kind of continue your conversation of where you'd like to go next, Judice, the door. Did you close it behind you?
Yes, I told him to close
Yes.
it.
Okay.
We both told him to close the door.
Who is sitting on a bed and who is standing on the ground?
I am on the bed still.
I'm also sitting on my bed.
So
I'm sitting on the
Judice.
bed. Oh no.
Oh no.
Harold, roll.
Harold, he has a 4 on his attack roll on Judice's ankle.
Yeah, Judice is wearing metal armor.
Yeah, Harold, the
chicken-
rooster lets out an enraged bark and tries to come over and poke at you, Judice, and it just makes a shing, 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 as it just kind of moves the chainmail.
It's feral. It's fucking vicious. It's gonna
do we
kill us.
want to give such a rage-filled creature the freedom of self-expression?
Well, at this point, I mean, I don't think he ever didn't have self-expression. We want to just, like... What do you imagine how much evil he could do if I just let him go?
So first of all, the term rage-filled feels targeted. Second of all, I don't think, even if a chicken is evil, that we should give it sentience. We should just let it be a chicken. Can we
I
just
think
do
an
that?
evil chicken is worse to give sentience than a not evil chicken.
I'm just saying we can't take the chance that it's an evil chicken by giving it sentience. So just let it be a chicken.
It's already eaten the treat, it's too late.
I'm sorry, little one.
Perhaps...
Judice reaches down. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. Judice does, however, just like scoot it along the floor, just kind of pushing it with his shins back over towards Ivory.
actually grab him since he can't hurt you, really.
I wear boots. I don't wear gloves.
Okay, I try to grab my chicken.
I'm gonna go check on Ivory.
Okay, make a dexterity
getting the-
check.
I'm getting the fuck off of that bed.
One moment. As I reopen my character sheet, because again, I'm on a fucking phone. What am I rolling?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Yes, that was. I already checked that before. That was.
Oh,
+3.
Math. 17. to grab a
17
chick-
definitely beats Harold's 5. So you just
God.
And then I try to hold him gently, and I look down at him. Harold, we're going on a trip. And I would like to take him to go see the Minotaur that gave me the treats, which we can hop to later if you would like.
okay. Judice.
If you want to do that, sorry.
Oh, go
Just
for it.
Quick thing for. If you want to do that, you might want to leave your monster detritus, so we can.
My what?
bring that. The remains of the beast from the underdog.
Oh yes. Also, if we wanted to go check on that like rune thing, I don't know. Maybe we could like spend an hour and like stare at it and like see if anyone else comes out, and then
We
maybe like.
definitely do that.
Oh, okay, hold on. As a pause.
Hmm.
So, my
No.
dad just stopped you violated the law in chat to make Harold more dexterous.
Why? Would we like to roll a d6 to see how much higher it is?
I am about to roll a d6 to add.
Or wait, hold on. It needs to be something that technically could beat 17.
I believe.
No,
that
I'm
chicken
about to
has
add a
+1
permanent.
dexterity.
No, I'm about to add a permanent
Yes.
addition to his dex modifier, and then he's going to try to escape you during this
Don't turn
conversation.
Harold into the Flash.
Am I gonna have to make a strength
That is an
check
extra +4.
Oh,
So Harold now has the highest modifier of anyone in the party.
So,
Oh.
Harold is going to, with his newfound dexterity, is going to attempt to escape you.
Jesus.
the treats have
No,
finally
he
kicked.
started at a +0.
Oh, is that a +0?
Yeah.
Oh, no, chickens have a +1 to wisdom.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
Okay. What did you roll?
So you have to beat Harold's 22.
Oh god. Okay, I have a +3, so it's up to the dice here.
That's a 2 out of 20 chance.
Here we go, baby. That is a 12 +3. That was
12. So yeah, no, this time Harold, full of new fury instilled upon him from the fates above, just enraged Bach and squirms out of your arms again. bolting across the room and towards the door, though I believe it's still closed.
Yeah, Judice is holding the door handle, but he has not opened it yet.
How do we expect it? I need the baskets.
Do you have a backpack?
I have, like, my bag, but it's full of shit.
You could... I mean, if any of us have some kind of bag, you can just put it over his head.
That feels mean. What the
Yeah,
hell?
that feels like animal abuse, Judice.
I
Harold,
meant,
I
like,
want to
as
tell
a,
you, I looked
moment,
at-
horses
No,
wear
I don't
blinders
see that.
all the time.
That
Are you
doesn't
putting
mean it's
Fida
moral.
Are you putting
Fida.
bags over her head?
Fida, first off, good luck finding a bag that fits on that dog's head. Second off, Fida, hopefully, unlike our friend here, is sentient. And
Yes,
theref-
but I believe that she has the strength that if she didn't like something, that she could probably stop most of it. This is a chicken.
does one of you just want to hold him while I open this door and leave?
Not it.
Do you make him a leash?
Yeah, no, do I? I don't,
I
I
have
don't
50 feet of hempen rope if you need it.
Armani, what did you do with your really bloody dresses? The
What?
ones that you, like, fell into the monster guts with yesterday?
So basically,
Oh,
yesterday's outfit.
They're hanging in the bathroom, so they're just kind of stained. Are you gonna rip up
Money
my?
dry clean.
Can I rip up her dress?
I have
Yeah.
rope.
Yeah, I got. There is. We both.
A rope is very large for a chicken.
Yeah, you can rip up my dress, I guess.
Thank you very much. I will buy you a new dress at some
You
point.
do not need to. I have plenty.
Okay, I rip up one of their dresses to make, like, a makeshift. You know what?
It's fine. We're good.
Oh.
I would like to make, I saw this on TikTok earlier. A
Ivory
vest
did?
with a leash. No.
A
I
what?
silly. Like a bird vest with a leash. It basically is like a little shirt and it has holes for their wings. So their wings can be out.
Are
And
you
they
making a baby Bjorn for this fucking chicken?
yes. And like I use my knife to like or claws to like poke holes for his wings.
Okay.
And then I would hold it out in front of him and say, "This is for your own goods," very gently, and try to put him in it.
So we're gonna make a couple checks here.
Okay.
Oh my god.
First, we're going to make a dexterity check to catch Harold.
Okay. Can I have some help?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
I
I
can
help?
help you.
Harold
help
didn't roll very
corral?
well, unfortunately.
I can help corral Harold.
Hold on.
17 again.
Oh.
Okay, Harold got a 9 this time. So, you scoop up the now incredibly upset rooster.
And the entire time I'm going, I'm sorry.
Okay. So next, you have now caught the rooster. You do kind of need your hands free.
I pull one of these.
Okay.
Try to like
So, now you
And
can
I'm
take this fabric, and you can either make another dexterity check or a performance check in order to create this baby Bjorn.
or a dex or a what?
Or a performance check.
My performance. Well, performance is plus 1. Okay. Yes. I will roll a performance check to make a little suit for my chicken. It's a little dirty. It's white fabric. It's not super
White
fancy.
fabric with blood on it.
With bloodstains
Blood
on
on
it.
it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that's not bad. That is an 11 plus 4, 15.
The chicken.
So, while kind of carefully holding your chicken in place, you carefully wrap Harold in what is kind of like a small baby Bjorn. It's got kind of a knot at the top, so you can attach like a rope there if you need to, like a harness. You can kind of like pick them up.
I do.
And kind of reach out. you find something to kind of like sew with or like tie with, probably like a spare piece of like.
I can like cut little strips that I can, those blankets you make out of, like,
yeah, and that's how you get your shit together.
I do that.
So now Harold is in a unwilling chicken Bjorn that you can hold on, bring in Asa back. In his unwilling chicken Bjorn that you slowly tie a piece of hempen rope to the small raised area on the back as Harold just...
I'm very sorry, this is the only way. Unless you would walk freely with us. I stare at his eyes. I don't think you would. Alright, you guys can leave. I'm going to try to go find my benefactor.
Okay, so you're gonna go to the library. What are other people doing this morning?
I
Judice
do.
just want to go back and check up on Aya, but I can do that in a bit.
So you're headed to you're gonna go back to the room and check on Io. Armani, what are you doing?
Not to be like, I don't take good notes during D&D, but what the fuck we were researching at the library?
A couple things.
The runes.
Okay.
For the...
Runes?
Right, thank you.
Ivory was
Yeah.
sent to
I'm
research
also
stuff
the
for
person-
Io.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And we're looking at runes to try and figure out what was going on there, which is where you ran into a particularly kind of
Yes.
petulant person there.
I refer to him as bitch wizard in my
Okay,
notes.
bitch wizard. And yes, there was also looking at awakening stuff. Is there anything other than that I'm blanking on right now?
I don't, that sounds right. Sorry, I just was having a big blank and my notes were not helping.
You're totally good. It happens.
Thank you. Well, I think eventually they want to go see the job, but I think they want to do it with Judice. So I think they're gonna go to that library for now with Ivory.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you wanted to go do that, then I could have given you my monster guts, but
No, it's fine. No, I think I wanted to go. I think Judice wanted to go, so I think I'm gonna wait for him to
okay.
catch up. And also you need a scribe, so
Get that too.
Okay, so Ivory and their scribe head to the library.
Me.
Judice heads back to the room. Since Judice is gonna get there first, we'll start with Judice returning to their room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just checking up.
Come in.
I'm just kind of opening it. Good to see you're awake. Kind of looking... Does Judice notice the croissant?
I
The
mean,
croissant is gone.
Oh!
I took it and I put it in my bag in case it was a poison.
Right. Okay.
So I put it in
If
my head.
Judice notices the absence of a croissant, how's the spiral bread thing? Mani grabbed breakfast for all of us.
Oh. It was good. Thank them.
Can I insight check?
yeah, make an insight check. You're not stupid, so like there's a certain amount that you're like, but you can figure out just how much.
Man, I've been rolling shit today. 7.
I forgot
You
to
know,
roll.
actually, look, yeah, go ahead and roll.
I already rolled higher than that, so.
Yeah, a little hard to read. Maybe you're not like you've got your vibes are off.
It's been a rough morning with the chicken and the god
Yeah.
talking to my sleep.
Speaking of the chicken, Io just kind of speaks up and says, "So, how's Harold?"
Thankfully, well, 2 things. Hopefully not sentient. Ivory gave him something that is supposed to awaken him in some way, shape, or form. I think that's a mistake. Quite honestly, the freedom
fun.
of self, the freedom of self-actualization and realization of something as a finite object in reality is something that I don't think many things should be given against their will. But here we are. Also, he is now wearing a toga of some sort that is keeping him contained.
Like a straight jacket?
Containment toga. Oh my god.
It has armholes, wing holes.
So not a straight jacket.
I wouldn't know.
A straight jacket. Okay. 2 questions. Do straight jackets exist?
Yes.
And mental institutions exist?
I don't know if like dedicated like mental institutions that we know of exist, but theoretically.
Yeah. It's this piece of clothing, like it covers your whole body, and it's got like really long sleeves that you tie around the body so you can't like move your arms.
Doesn't sound comfortable.
No. Doesn't seem comfortable.
Regardless,
Presumably I've never been put in one.
No.
regardless, Mani and Ivory made their way back over to the library. They're doing some digging, and seeing if they did something wrong in granting Harold to be a actualized person. I was thinking of going over to our other job application, see what's going on there. I think we need to be able to make sure that our friends have a hefty something to rest on once we leave. So
That's smart.
question?
Yes.
Sorry, for Io. Can Judice tell if Io is off at all? Because Judice knows that Io spoke to the lady last night, but he knows enough about how the lady works from Io that he's not going to straight up ask, so how did it go?
I'd say yes.
So, okay, he can tell?
You can tell that something happened. Like, you can't tell the depth of what happened or anything like that, not with that insight check, my man. But, like...
That was on the croissant.
Oh, that was on the croissant. If you want to make another insight check regarding this, I'll let you do it with
another
advantage.
insight check.
I'll let you do it with advantage.
While you roll the insight check, I'm gonna go grab a computer charger because I forgot to do that.
Okay. While you do that, I will also say that my father has announced a quest of given enough chicken interactions and fate points, I will make Harold into a boss-level creature. So you all are now actively going against my father as he tries to make him an evil boss creature.
I did message someone earlier. I didn't say it out loud, obviously, but I did say, like, what if Ivory awakens the chicken, and then Mhairi has us all immediately roll initiative?
God.
So I'm completely on board with this.
That is an 18 insight check.
18? Yeah. Shit's up. Something is up.
I was trying really hard to pretend like things are normal, though. I will say with an 18, you see that, like, unlike the past times where Io has just been like, I'm going to fucking snap, this time I was just trying to, like, stay calm. Your mic went out, Mhairi.
No, I didn't say it, I just mouthed it.
Oh,
What did
I was
you
about to
say?
say, oh fuck.
I was like, oh no.
It lives.
What?
What did you say?
I
can't
just
read
literally
lips.
mouthed, one day, I'm going to snap, and none of you will hear from me again.
And then none of you will hear from me again. But
God, you have such a good anime protagonist voice.
I'm
Ewan.
so
Like,
sorry.
young, plucky anime protagonist.
Oh boy.
I know it's a gift and a curse. But yeah, if Judice can tell something is up, he won't press. But if you'd like to accompany me while I try to figure out a job description.
Sure. Works for me.
All right. Did Ivory give Judice KB Did Ivory give Judice monster guts?
That's his name, Big Orange.
Yes. Okay.
Nice.
Big
Oh.
orange.
Did
Lovely.
Ivory give monster guts?
Yes. If he asks me to, I will have. Yes. This is Bo, also known as Big Orange.
Okay.
The O stands for Big Orange.
Ah.
He is big and orange.
But yes,
Yeah.
so you are gonna head to where with your monster guts?
Where's the place?
We were told. Simply to search for a Giles Lockwood. We were given a stub by the folks in the town hall, if that has any address, because the one for Visroll did.
Yeah, if you go to the town hall, you can probably go. I'll just say for the sake of brevity.
We already got one.
Oh, you did? Right, yes, you did. Sorry.
Yeah, I got one for both.
Got that mixed up.
Okay.
But yes, you can follow that. I will say, just looking at the time, I think as we split off towards the Temperance Towers and towards finding your possible new employer, I think this is where we are going to go to break. A little bit of an early break today. I hope that's all right. But I feel like it's a good kind of stopping point before we kind of get in the digs with everybody else. So we are going to be back in 7 to 15 minutes, probably. We always say 10 and then take a little bit longer, so I'll aim it there. So as we get to this point, I want to binder check for all of our friends in the audience and our friends here. If you are uncomfortable, if you are wearing a binder, please stretch. Make sure you can breathe. Take it off if that is what helps you stay safe. And hydration check for everyone in chat.
COVID vaccine, do the arm thing.
COVID vaccine, it is windmill time. But also, get some good water. Get nice and hydrated. I'm going to go refill my tea. So we will see you guys in a little bit. So, yeah.
See you then.
We've got a thing playing. I'm not undeafened. There we go. Hi, friends.
Hey! We saw you do it. We're like, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I know. It's still deafened. What is happening with the camera? Oh, we lost Groovy. That's why the cameras are weird. Hello. Welcome back, Groovy. Now the cameras are right again, and all is right with the world. But hello again, everyone. Sorry for the delay in getting back. I did this fun thing called messed up making tea. And now there is tea all over my desk that I had to wipe up, and there are tea leaves in my teacup. So
I would get a second cup and pour your tea through your strainer again.
This is too much effort. Anyway, Stan Nessie the tea strainer.
Yeah.
My mother two of those for Christmas, and then my dog chewed up one of them. And yes.
Quick thing. I realized we got a new Judice emote, but we haven't put it in yet.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm
sorry. We will be putting that in soon.
Not been home. I am.
No, you're good. You're good. That wasn't a jab.
Totally
that was
good.
just me letting the folks at home know.
We have a Judice emote. And I will say, I will survey the crowd here. We are going to make one more emote, but we're all very torn on what we want the last emote to be. So if anyone has any ideas of a...
Hey guys, we should make a poll on Twitter.
Yeah, we should make a poll on Twitter or something like that. Maybe I'll put like a write in the Instagram story or something like that. I don't know if we have an Instagram. Maybe I'll make an Instagram. We don't have an Instagram. I'll make an Instagram or something. But I'll run a poll or something like that. And if you'd also like to suggest in the Twitch chat some characters or like emotes that we should have or need, like if you think, yeah,
Fida.
We've gotten some suggestions for a Fida emote.
We've talked about Dark.
We've talked about Dark. We've talked about like a DM Sona emote. But we're still not sure what all of them would be doing. So like it's kind of up in the air, and if anyone has any suggestions, feel free to drop them in chat, and they will be considered. So yeah, awesome. I don't know if there's anything else that we need to go over before we get back into the game. Okay. Yes?
No.
I love
Oh, I love you too.
that's at everyone, but yeah.
But Elnut fading out of existence. But,
Huh?
that's one of the suggestions, was Elnut throwing a peace sign and fading and out of
Oh
existence.
god, Elnett doing the Homer Simpson just...
Yeah. But, we'll pick up... Fida gets a head pat.
I mean, here's the thing. If we just have any Fida image, I can plug it into the head pat GIF maker and just...
We might be able to home make that one. But, so, we will, hello Milo, we will for now hop back into our wonderful little game. And we're gonna start with a revision to the group's plan from before, because I misinterpreted and half the group misinterpreted. But half the group misinterpreted that. So let's figure out where people are going.
I believe Io would be going with Ivory to the library.
Yes. Io and Ivory are going to at least talk, and if they want to come to the library, they can. And again, I can just go alone. I don't think I'm actually writing anything, so I don't technically need a
You
scribe.
never know.
Yeah. And then Judice and Armani are gonna go Monster Guts.
All right.
Because
Who would like to go first? Do we have a preference?
I will pass it off to them.
Okay.
Quick question. Sorry, I was writing something down and I'm stupid. What are the groups again and where are they going?
Io, if I was willing, Io would be going with Ivory to have a talk and then go to the library, and then Armani would go with Judice instead.
Yeah, no, that works just fine.
Okay, cool. Scrolling up in my notes real quick to make sure I have the right shit here. All right. So where did that go? Hold on. I had a thing and it left.
Hey guys, new tick just dropped.
Oh, whoops.
Oh yeah, I made pet
Oh, no.
gifs of all of our character emotes.
All right.
God, I love the Judice one so much.
So,
It's the blinding light leaving his eyes.
oh,
Yeah.
definitely. So, Armani and Judice first. You guys are making your way across town to find your possible employer?
Yes.
Yes, that would be Giles Lockwood.
Yeah. So, gonna change the music up just a little bit. Sorry, I'm a little behind on all of this. But,
You were a minor,
what?
and you were on camera. You need to behave yourself.
We're getting onto the
Jesus.
cat. Okay, I was very confused here.
I'm sorry.
I was like,
He's just like going.
no
ham
one
on
in
his
this
ass
group
over
is
there.
in. I was like, what?
Minor
in the Minecraft sense.
There's no minors in
That was
there's
really
no
bad,
mines in
Mhairi. I love you
Moongate.
so much. That was awful.
I know. It was meant to be, but thank you. Hi, thank you for the follow, Master of Thieves.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, I love
So,
you,
you
dearly.
make your way across town towards kind of a similar area of town that you went when you were tracking out Visceral. That kind of, where the houses are a little more spaced out, have more land and acreage to them. Oh, hey, Lich! Oh my goodness, it's wonderful to see you here! Hi! Thank you for tuning in. But, where there's a little more acreage to each house, they're a little more spaced out, and again, you see more of this this underlying theme in Moongate of worn stone, and this dark wood and the dark purple wood. You make your way kind of through these winding streets. Most of these houses are kind of gated, or otherwise have like a couple people like posted. There are thank you, Lich. And like there seem to be a few guards that are like specifically for the houses in this area because they are very well put together. And you kind of reach the edge of this area, where it blends into some of the less rich areas of town, but still definitely included in this one. And you find this, what is unmistakably a wizard's tower. Like, it's not subtle. In the way that it is mainly just one tower building, and then there's a couple things that kind of, like, float around it in circles. Like, it's stereotypically wizardly. Yes?
No, I'm just thinking about a certain wizard that I've been trying to track down. That I
I'm
saw
gonna
in a
kill you.
vision. And maybe there's a connection here.
No.
I don't know, maybe.
Oh
Can the
my
lady
god.
just take that memory away?
From Floyd?
From Floyd, the person, not the character, the
Floyd.
person.
Boy.
Floyd the
Listen,
person.
I will.
I
Sorry,
if you can find a way to convince Armani to fucking follow the Lady of Thorns, fucking go for it.
That's called the concussion.
What are you insinuating I do to poor Floyd?
I will say.
I just want us to meet a fun little wizard named Floyd. Oh
Well,
my god.
good for you.
Okay.
But
I just want to say that the name Giles Lockwood telling us to hunt down legendary creatures sounds like a big game hunter from the 1800s.
Yeah.
Giles Lockwood. Send it off to find the most dangerous game, man.
outside this large wizardly tower is the best way to describe it. You can see kind of the path, the stones of the path are actually like, you know the crystal walkways in Stardew Valley?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's like that with kind of like, they almost look like the way that these colorful stones have been kind of sanded out. It almost looks like sea glass, making this kind of like path up to the door. It is almost entirely made of stone, and it's relatively well kept. So there is a single large door. It looks exactly the way you'd expect it to, with the kind of door that kind of comes to a point up there, and there's a silver door knocker on it.
We knock? I knock, I guess. Shit.
You knock?
Yep.
Okay.
Make a death save.
Yeah, it was a death save.
There is actually a tower in Curse of Strahd that is just like, you touch it, here's a bunch of lightning damage.
God, I've DM'd Descended to Avernus. Don't touch anything, you die.
Okay.
But you knock on the door. It's very dense. You don't hear much noise when you knock.
Gotcha.
No one appears to answer the door.
Well, you said that. Can I use the knocker? That was there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a very efficient knocker.
Gotcha.
I can try.
Yeah.
If there's a Giles Lockwood, we heard you were hiring for hunting down legendary creatures.
Who dare? Oh wait. Oh god, it's the one that I'm. Is that the one that you hired? Oh, it's the one that you. Hey, come. Hold on. Give me like 1 second. I'll buzz you in.
I was expecting Victorian England. I got Brooklyn. This is great.
They're dating. Be quiet. Don't be homophobic.
Oh, forgive me.
A moment later, the door that in front of you kind of creaks open a little bit.
After you. Or should I go first? I have the stub. Take that as a me. Judice will head first.
You open the door, and you see another Briar case of bigger on the inside. And
Oh god, I thought Briar was just fucking
No,
him. Like,
God,
not
no,
again,
Briar-
not again. I quit.
Briar
I
is
quit.
here. No, Briar is not here. But but there is a kind of large open room that's bigger than it should. With it should be with the size of this strange skinny wizard's tower. And inside, you see two figures, both somewhat masculine looking. One of them is looks kind of like an older fire genasi, with a good amount of like kind of battle scars looking.
They have a big mustache that turns into a beard that connects to his hair.
Trust me, I would literally love to do that, but I can't do that voice. A kind of older, with some like smile lines, laugh lines, and genasi traits manifesting both in this kind of yellow-orange skin, but also in as this person smiles at the other figure, eyes that seem to kind of like flash with flame for a moment before cooling off. The other figure...
Are they in love? Are they dating? Are they in love?
Yes. The other figure...
I cast Eyes of the Lover.
You can! Do you want to cast
No,
Eyes of the Lover?
I'm not burning a spell slot. I'm not burning that.
On the other hand, the other masculine figure, is a human.
Oh.
Seems to be sitting there, dark skin, wearing, kind of little below the shoulder dreads, and is kind of talking to the other one and goes, "Oh, yep, there we go. They're in there, yeah." And the other, the older fire genasi just, "Adventurers. Greetings. There's only 2 of you. I expected more."
There are later. We're just kind of figuring out what the job is.
Sorry, what? We gotta stop. You violated the law for cast it? I don't know if that counts because that's Silvi.
Someone else, please.
You spent
Silvi, you're not allowed to spend these. You're not allowed to spend these. None of us are allowed to spend these. You need to convince someone else to do it.
But someone else needs to.
Can you stop you violated the law to make me cast a spell?
That's
you can
not how
stop
stop works. I mean, it was kind of how stop worked with Harold. But regardless, you aren't allowed to use fate points, friend.
You run the Twitch, you could simply give yourself 3,000 fate points on a whim.
That's why we're not allowed to use them.
No, actually, as a mod, you don't get it. It's only if I'm logged into the Aldrithe.
Yes, but you could. Oh boy. Regardless, that does not count. So I wanted to doesn't count. I wanted to see that I acknowledged it. But you wanted to learn more about the job, or?
Yeah, we wanted to make sure it wasn't maybe like too long term. We're not in town for long. We wanted to see like, I'm looking at you just like I can't improv. Like, help me out.
We were casing the job. We recently did some work clearing out someone's basement connected to the Underdog, and slayed a beast there, and, you know, we're still in town, still in need of some coin, if it wasn't too long of an engagement. Also, if we even don't end up taking the job, we assumed someone who was in the market of hunting down legendary creatures would have some use for monstrous detritus.
The human kind of raises eyebrows and goes, "Well, I don't know if basement extermination is really the beginning point for the kind of thing that we have in mind, but if
we told you we killed a beast
this
from the
extermination
Underdark.
was this one was
a beast from the Underdark as in like a monster, or a beast from the Underdark as in a particularly intimidating rat? Because I have heard both things."
Big 5-legged monstrosity ripped me out of my body, put me in someone else's.
The fire genasi goes, "Oh, I want to see this. What did you bring? I want to see this."
I believe we had teeth, scales, and blood.
Yes.
I present
Okay. All of it? You're handing over all of it?
Just like to show.
So are
At
you
first.
handing it to him?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he gonna fucking drink it or some shit?
So you hand over the blood, the scales,
Oh,
and
no.
the fangs, and the fire genasi kind of takes them, and the fire genasi takes them and kind of puts them on a table, clears off, like full on knocks a few books off a table, and puts them on there, and the human man goes, we could just move them, and he goes, no time, we must figure this out. You said it was a large, several-legged creature from the Underdark, and you swapped bodies.
About 5 legs, I'd say. 15 to 20 feet tall. Stone made of skin made of scales and stone.
Fascinating.
Big needly mouth.
Needly. I can see that from the teeth I have been given. Fascinating. I don't know if I've ever heard of a creature like this. And the human man goes, how long are you gonna keep the voice up? And he goes, this is my voice.
God damn it! I was just gonna say, where are you from? Because your accent is very familiar. I thought I found another person from Naos.
I love
but
it.
no, it's
And
a
where are you
fucking
from?
act. I didn't want to say it.
But like I am this. I don't know what you're talking about. This is my voice. Come on.
Hey yo, can Judice cast detect magic?
Sure.
His accent?
No, he's probably casting fucking disguise self or something. That is, I've cast detect magic.
Okay.
I know.
There's a lot of magical shit in this room. So a lot is glowing. His entire person isn't glowing, which is what you would typically expect for like a disguise self thing.
What about friend from Brooklyn?
The one that is talking like this is that's the one I was just mentioning. The
Yes.
human who is not talking like that and instead talking like a regular person also does not appear to be using some kind of disguise self, is just kind of chilling.
Waves him.
But
Well, you spell slot.
it's, well, I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what I should price this at to buy this off of you. Do you mind? And he kind of reaches and takes the vial and unstops it, like, very carefully, just, like, dips his finger in the
Yes, it
blood.
smells awful.
Oh, I can tell.
You will
Disgusting.
die in 7 days.
Oh, really? Fascinating.
No, that was a bit. I wouldn't bet against it though.
The human goes, okay, well, we'll just keep an eye out, I guess. Sure. Babe, come on. And he's like, I'm working on something. And...
Hey, yo, babe. I'm in the section. What size wizard cloak you wear?
But, there's... Alright. Well, with several teeth and fangs and scales and some kind of toxic blood, that's fascinating. I'll say... I don't know, how much gold do you need?
Say, couple hundred.
I can
all
do
of it?
that. How about, 700 gold for all of it.
Deal.
Alright. And, the human man goes,
That is already
"Honestly, that's
three
better than I
quarters of what
expected."
we were paid in the first place to kill it.
Yeah.
The human man goes, okay, sure, I just got a bonus. Sure, and it looks like the human man is trying to do, like, math in his head here, and it's not
splitting
truly
that-
working out here, but,
Splitting that up amongst the party, that's 175 gold for each of us.
so the shitty wizard, is like, I will be back in approximately 2.5 minutes, and just kind of walks into a door in the back of the room, and the human man is just kind of chilling there with like, so are you gonna take the job, or...
Door.
I mean, we were meaning to case the job. We kind of got carried away with the whole your boss drinking obviously toxic blood.
Oh, he's not my boss.
Yeah, he called him
Oh.
Babe Judice.
That you can't work for your partner.
I mean, I guess I could, but I don't. I think
Oh,
I
you-
would
are
go
you partners
insane.
in business as well, or
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
we both study stuff, but we kind of some overlap, some not. You know, he's all kind of a historian, and I like to work a little bit more in the moment. But you know,
The accent's a
historian,
bit-
time magic. There's a bit of an overlap.
I just realized we skipped introductions. My name is Armani Auxilium.
Nice to meet you. I'm Aber. And you?
you can call me Judice.
Cool. Yeah, I'm Aber, that's Giles, my husband. Yeah, no. Sorry, he always tends to kind of put on this persona whenever, like, adventurers come in, because he's used to people not taking him seriously. And from the other room you hear, I can hear you!
I took him seriously until I realized the accent was a bit. It made me think of home. I'm actually quite
Oh, where are you from?
put out about me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was Monty asking, and I'm like, I've talked to you about this. Sorry. I don't know why my brain didn't associate the fact that
Oh, where are
Floyd's
you from?
lips weren't moving. Just up to the northeast. I'm from Naos.
That's a bit of ways. That's cool, though. Definitely want to head up to Naos or Salem Islands sometime in my life, because if you're gonna find volatile magic, that's the whole place you're gonna find it, you know?
It's definitely something you'll find. Not much else, I will tell you. Not
Any-
much else.
Good places to stay?
I've heard Cromkirk is nice.
Alright, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind if I end up heading towards Naos. Though I'm pretty sure we'll end up on the Salem Islands instead, because, you know, Giles, like, history and all of that. A moment
Just
later...
don't go to priests. I don't think you need me to tell you that.
No,
Um,
I'm not planning on going to Priest. Why the
Wizards
fuck would I
are
go to
destroyed.
Priest?
I don't know.
I
You said you
am a
wouldn't find
wizard.
it. No, I was saying, I know wizards get up to strange things, and if you're working with time magic, you know...
I can get time
volatile
magic without going on a suicide mission, thanks. But, either way. And kind of a minute later, the Fire Genasi shuffles out and is
2.5 minutes, exactly.
2.5 minutes exactly. Carrying a pouch, and walks up to Armani and goes, Armani Auxilium, did you say?
Yes, I did.
The Auxilium family, what a wonder!
Echoes of victory, we got it!
Yes, I'm afraid that the rest of my family's back home. I'm out, doing a little adventuring, trying to live up to the family name.
Yes, good to know there are still Auxiliums keeping up the name of conquest and victory.
Yes.
It is
Judice
an honor
is
to meet
looking at Armani.
Armani's like, I'll explain later.
you. It is an honor to meet you, Mix Armani.
Yes.
But either way, God, this is hurting my throat. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Is that in character?
You can drop them.
Look. I had to fit in with this absolutely insufferable group of adventurers once, and I still worry about it. So
You're fine.
You-
Judice,
You're okay.
High Inquisitor of Elnet.
Hi, Giles Lockwood. Nice to meet you. And obviously Armani Auxilium. Nice.
He's a little put out that you like, wow, Auxilium? Oh, cool. High Inquisitor. It's like you meet Tom Cruise and the Pope, and you're more surprised to see not even Tom Cruise, Tom Cruise's fucking nephew or something, and the Pope. And you're like, oh shit, your uncle's Tom Cruise? Hi, Francis.
To be fair, Judice is not the Pope. Judice is
correction.
I chose the wrong time to take a sip of
for the
tea.
Vatican.
Judice
the
is
wrong moment to take a sip of
a
tea.
saint. Judice is a saint, not a pope.
No, he's not. He's some dude who works for the Vatican.
I've talked over
Judice
the
believes
equivalence
he's a
of the
saint.
role of Inquisitor.
Judice
as far as
believes
Judice
he's a
knows,
saint.
High Inquisitor is something that,
it's
like,
Francis
you know,
as a
of historical
saint.
importance. Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking.
I should not have taken a sip of tea before you.
I'm so sorry.
Judice and
Oh shit,
Io,
your uncle's Tom Cruise? Hey, Francis.
Judice and Io both have ideas about what their gods think of them, and I think both of them are wrong. But Judice's doesn't come from self-importance. It just comes from Omeros, my detested.
It
Judice
can be both.
used to have far more of self-importance. It's less so now because he's realized his life has been a lie, but...
Yeah, you know, that'll...
Io, Judice. Life has been a lie. But... Oh, now that I can recover from that, let's see if I can find this voice again. So, yeah, right. So... The job, right? You wanted
Yes.
the job. Okay, cool.
Yes.
We want to
So-
hear about the job before
Right.
we take the job.
So, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm glad that you're, like, planning. That's typically a good thing to do. You know, the mountains, the Dusty Peaks, they're, like a day and a half travel out here to get to the place I need you to. There's a dragon, and I want it.
Dead? Or...
I mean, ideally, I'd like its, like, scales and stuff, but either way works.
Okay.
I mean, if you can get it back here alive without it destroying
Where
people,
again?
like, it's in the Dusty Peaks. There's
That's
this
not going to
particular
happen.
mountain. What?
Sorry, the whole getting it here without destroying people, not going to happen.
I figured, but I mean, like, if you thought you were really good with dragons, then, like, who am I to stop you? But, like, yeah, so I would like some scales and some blood, and stuff like that. If you're willing to take a whole body part, that's also cool. It's a little scary, though, not really my, area of expertise. Yeah.
A couple of questions. Any idea of what type of dragon it is?
See, here's the funny thing. I've been kind of trying to keep an eye on all of that. I've got a couple, like, scryan orbs out there that I keep out there so I can,
This
like,
sounds
keep an eye
like
on
it's
stuff.
leading to a no.
No, I do. It's just, I don't really know where it came from, because it definitely doesn't belong in the mountains. Again, all of this weird stuff, you said that you just fought a creature from the Underdark? Well, I got another creature from the Underdark. It's like this weird shadow dragon kind of thing that's going on.
So,
Okay,
okay.
second question. Why do you want it dead, and what do you want to do with it? Because last time we went and grabbed some mystery ingredients for a wizard in a tall tower, we got possessed.
Oh,
so
well, that sounds like a bad experience.
you got possessed.
Yeah, this was not a we situation, Judice.
This was a you
The other guy
situation.
goes,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I don't know who the fuck you're talking to, but we do tend to have some kind of ethical standards here, so, like,
It wasn't on purpose. Do you know should I dox
Dogs Briar.
I mean, here's the thing. Briar has connections. They might genuinely know her.
Oh shit, it's worth a shot. Worst case scenario, they don't know who she is and it's like a weird, awkward thing to bring up.
Do you know a Briar Bright Arrow?
They kind of look at each other.
She's rolling.
No, I don't know. No, sorry, but they seem pretty shitty if they just kind of let you get possessed on jobs.
I mean, to be fair,
You
were
should insight check that, besties.
I'm gonna.
But I said, to be fair, she
19.
was possessed before she possessed me, so it was the thing possessing me that got me possessed.
I feel like that's somehow worse.
19 for
Probably.
Judice.
I rolled a 3. I think they're telling the truth.
Armani, you trust these two implicitly.
Yes.
Judice, they seem to be telling the truth.
Okay. Right, so
Armani,
what
you
did
possibly
want to
also
do with its
believe,
remains?
despite the fact that they have outwardly said the word husband, that they are just very good friends.
Oh my god, not again.
I literally
This is erasure.
I just told Judice that they called each other babe.
That's fair. Okay, I can't get you on that one. I can't get you on that one. All
They
right.
call each other babe, you know, like me and all of my friends.
Yeah, Armani. Yeah, like me and Ivory.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no. Actually, no, yeah, I will accept this. Armani's like, thinks that babe is like a term of endearment.
Okay,
That's
to be fair, it
platonic.
kind of is for like me. So like,
No, me too.
This is
But I
true.
think that like, so them saying, oh, they said
If
babe.
you call Ivory babe, they're
What
going
is
to
less-
break.
I
Hey,
think
real
it's less
quick.
of a, like, oh, they're partners, and more of a, oh, they're friends. They're not each other's. They're not employees. They're friends. They call each other babe.
Hey, real
Bosses.
quick. Hey,
Yeah.
real quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aber straight up said my husband
Yeah.
earlier. Are we gonna glaze over the fact? Are they wearing rings?
Yeah. They're wearing rings.
Yeah.
Can I? Okay, that was. Okay,
Giles
that
is
was-
wearing a lot of
Only-
rings.
Okay. I rolled an insight check to see if they were like lying. Can I roll a separate check to see if I know that they're married?
Sure. If you heard the husband bit.
Do you want me to add anything
Did
to
you
it?
zone
or-
out for the word
You can do
husband?
insight or perception.
Okay, I'm gonna do perception because that's my stronger
It's just
one.
static whenever anyone says husband.
Floyd.
Thanks, Andy.
Armani had
Better.
AirPods in and couldn't hear them say their husband.
The fantasy
That makes
AirPods
sense.
appeared.
What
Is that a
is-
natural
Oh my
two? Oh my
Wait,
god.
look. They have AirPods in.
So
I think that,
Oh my
that
God.
you know what I think? I think that Dark goes up behind them and just plugs their ears for them sometimes.
I mean, Dark is a bit of an asshole.
I think
Dark
he just, like,
actively
really does
making
this
sure
to
that
them.
Armani doesn't know what love is. Romantic love.
No, Dark wouldn't do that. This was
I know.
mainly a joke. I
Dark
know
is
I feel like
also-
I'm in too deep.
Dark has also let Armani believe that having sex will make them become a demon. So like, I don't know.
Okay, no, not at all. Armani assumed that, and Dark was like, I don't know, and Armani was like, well, it happened to you, and Dark was like, that's a gross oversimplification.
I'm just saying.
You know it's bad when Judice isn't the oblivious one.
I'm gonna say that, Armani, you did hear husbands. You think you may have misheard. You're not sure if they're actually together.
Okay. Okay.
God. So, what did you want to do with the remains once we've culled this beast?
Aber goes, oh, like, experiments and shit. I mean, a fucking shadow dragon, right? That's gotta, when you're coming from something with, like, Shadowfell, that's a lot of really interesting volatile energy. I was doing this experiment, actually, where I was putting together, I've been trying to get a little bit of more dragon things, and Giles kind of looks over and goes, how much of this is relevant? And Aber goes, good point. And Giles goes, you can tell me about it later. Is this the one that you've been working on with the, and they kind of go back and forth for a minute, and then Aber goes, oh, sorry, right, what's relevant to you? So, we want to use it as spell components, mainly. I've got some interest in, I'm trying to build a new spell right now, and it requires a lot of, things that are old, because, you know, time. So I'm trying to get things that have a lot of age and a lot of weight behind them, and I figure what best for that other than a dragon. And, you know, there's a lot of, like, moral implications regarding dragons a lot of the time, and then, of course, this weird shadow dragon pops up, and that doesn't have much of a moral quandary to it, so, like, I'm here, so, yeah, it's mainly just nerd shit.
DM question.
Yeah, I'm dropping it.
Hmm?
Oh, I thought in chat, what do you have?
Oh, I have a DM question.
What's up?
Dragons in this world, are they like, you know, just giant fire-breathing lizards, or are they dragons in that they speak. They have a complex language and culture.
Depends on the dragon, which is what Aber is mentioning. Certain types of dragons do, certain types of dragons don't. Like, there's a moral quandary to killing like a gold dragon, because they fully walk around as people. Like, you might have some issues with that. However, shadow dragons, not one of those dragons that have like established cultures and stuff like that.
Vari.
Yes.
Vari. You gave us a dungeon, and now you're giving us a dragon.
I'm giving you a dragon! Should you choose to accept it? We better level up on the way to
this fucking dragon. Otherwise, we're dead. But great.
Got great news.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have to necessarily... I think I'm ready to say... I mean, we don't necessarily have to kill the dragon to just take...
Are we just going to cut its leg off or something?
I mean, I'm just saying, if we wanted a non-dangerous job, we could just cut a dragon leg off and kind of get out of there.
I can guarantee you
I don't really know
point...
if you fully understand how angry and powerful dragons are.
I am also angry and powerful, so checkmate.
Are you a dragon?
No. But
do it.
I'm just saying it's not as dangerous of a job as Briar's job was. I think that this is not a...
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe we should discuss it with
We didn't even have to kill the wyvern, and we gave up on that one.
Yeah, you fucking did.
I'm just saying that I'm down. That's all I'm saying.
I'm as well. Where is this again? What mountains?
In the Dusty Peaks, like a day and a half south of here.
Ooh.
I'll bring it up with the rest of the group, but is there any way for us to reach you? Or should we just, leave now, and then if we show up in a bit with some dragon bits, we have a cart. We could take a hefty bit of...
No,
is there any
fair.
part that's more important?
Not necessarily. And he goes, I don't know, like, scales or blood seem pretty cool.
So no head?
Hey, the sound effect fit.
If it didn't mess up the layout, I would hang up right now.
No, I actually almost slammed my computer closed.
I'm sorry.
Ewan, you were incredible, and I'm so glad that you're part of my life, and I fucking hate you.
So someone needs to clip that.
It was a good bit.
So someone needs to clip that.
Someone needs that.
I thought it was funny.
Oh god.
Oh,
Nobody
it was. You're
respects
fucking hilarious.
artists.
You are...
Okay, so welcome back, Floyd. I need to mentally recover from that.
That's where we draw the line of all the things we've done in Aldrithe. That's where we draw the line. Vine jokes. Good ones at that.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's fine. So, no, I mean, if you can get the whole head on it, like, absolutely go for it. Like, I feel like you might be able to get something really cool out of that, because then you could get some spines, and maybe, like, the eyeball, or something like that. But, like, I don't know if that's, like, a requirement. Yeah, I mean, a head would be cool if you could get it. Here's the one thing. Just kind of disappearing and going, hey, we might or might not be back with, like, dragon bits means I don't know if we should be sending other people after you or if you've been, like, murdered by a dragon. So you should probably tell us, like, if you're gonna take the job just so everybody's, like, informed,
I mean, I will say, if we leave and then other people get sent after them, they'll know there's no dragon because it'll be dead, or they'll get there and there will be a dragon and we won't be.
Don't they have orbs out there that can see if we go?
I mean, you weren't there.
I know. This is me, Silvi, pointing.
No, but that is a good point. That is a really good point, though.
Orbs?
Like, they said they were, like, watching the area through, like, orb things.
Yes, Yeah, you said it was some means of surveillance, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, but I've only kind of seen the dragon in passing on some of them. I don't know exactly where it's living, but I can give you like a general thing, but I don't know exactly where it's living. I can't move them around; they're static, and I don't exactly want to go move them while there's a dragon around there. Who is speaking? Fucking Abra is speaking. Why am I doing the rasp? I'm like, what the fuck? They're just melding, fusion. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to go move shit right now, because if I go there and I get eaten by a dragon, that's kind of unfortunate, so those are gonna stay where they are right now. But, I mean, I could look for you guys in passing, but if you don't take the same route back, or, like, you wander and end it, like, I might not see you, like, on the way back. Assuming you survive, which I hope you will. But, I mean, we have to consider all of our options here.
Thanks for the note of confidence.
No, it's not you, it's the dragon.
Fair.
Another question is: has the dragon done anything to really deserve it?
No.
Has it been terrorizing any, like, local villages, taking any livestock?
I mean, it really knocked out a sheep at one point, but I think that was just a resident of the mountains. I don't know. I mean, it's just a shadow dragon. It's not like it's. I don't know if you want to really weigh the moral quandary here. The DM just wanted to give you a dragon, and we can have this debate if you really want to.
If it was like a sentient dragon, Judice would care. He's just more like.
I specifically gave you a dragon that wasn't, like,
anyone?
in the gold dragon category.
That's true, that's true, that's true.
Mhairi's like, please just fucking kill this
I'm just
dragon.
sitting here like, no, I sat there and I went through all of the types of dragons already.
I'll take it.
Take the job?
Nice.
Or are you saying that out of character?
That was out of character, but
okay.
I'm game, Mhairi.
I think we should discuss with the others before we make a decision. How about we let you know by the end of the day?
Fair enough.
We can
we'll
leave
be
it as
around.
a tentative yes, and then come back and tell you if it's a no.
We could do that.
Sure. I can accept that.
Alright,
thanks for the help.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, see you in a couple of days with a large cart of dragon remains outside.
See you later, adventurer! And you just,
You don't need to do the bit. You don't need to do the bit. You don't need to do the voice.
Aber just fucking loses it in the corner, and Giles is like, yeah, I know.
It just sounds a little too much like me.
Wait, does it sound like you?
It's the rasp.
Oh, is it? It's not meant to make fun of you, this is just how I talk. But, you know... I mean, this is not how I talk, but, you know, this is how I talk. Anyway, good to meet you.
We're going to go kill your dragon
Judice,
now.
Mix Auxilium, yeah. Well, it's great to meet you both. Armani, just quick question.
Yeah.
And Abra goes, don't do it. And Giles goes, no, it's fine. I'm sure they get it all the time. Could I, get an autograph?
Oh shit, Tom Cruise is your uncle? Judice is gonna ask about this later, because you've never mentioned
Thank you for the
this,
follows,
and Judice doesn't know anything about the world.
I think Ivory's the only person that, like, Armani has really talked to about this.
Yeah.
But they, no one's actually asked me before. Well, there was that one time, but yeah.
Awesome. Hold on, I'll get a piece of parchment. And he does reach over and picks up a piece of parchment and a pen and is like, here, you don't have to, like, make it out to me or anything, but I think it would be really cool to just have, like, you know, its primary source, you know, is cool to put it in my journal. It's a history book. It's gonna be a history book. I'm writing it here.
Okay. They do kind of John Hancock, and I think they, like, they pause, and then they add, like, a little heart at the end, just 'cause, like, this person's very sweet. They're like, I'm put a little heart at the end, and they give it back to them.
Thanks so much. That's really great. Aber's like, okay, you guys can go. And it's just kind of like, sorry if that was awkward. It's just, you know, big fan of your...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good luck with the dragon! Yeah, low charisma wizard meets Armani Auxilium.
It's a critical mass.
It's a critical mass.
I think once we leave, she just, like, the second we get out of the house, she just stops and then looks at Armani. What was that?
So, I assume you're not familiar with my family?
I'm not familiar with a lot of things.
That's fair. Well, before the Divine War, really, my family was known for being a group of great adventurers. And it was kind of a big deal. Of course, things happened during the Divine War, and that over time, that reputation has kind of gotten more and more obscure, but I'm hoping to kind of bring back that reputation, if that makes sense.
Sorry, I just read chat. No, I didn't know you were a legacy.
It's a strong word. Only
It's
a
a
few
fake
people really know about it, but the goal is to have more people know. So,
Glad to be a part of that. Maybe they'll fit some space in the margins for my name next to yours.
I'll make them if they don't.
Great. Let's check in with everyone else.
Yeah.
Hopefully our poultry friend has not gained a sense of self.
So that
Yeah,
was.
I really hope not.
I do want to ask a question. Ivory, are you bringing Harold in his chicken Bjorn?
Where? It is fucking bloodstained.
Are you bringing Harold in his bloodstained chicken Bjorn to the library?
Once we get there, I would like to send, I would like to turn to Io and go, would you like to hold the chicken and wait, or would you like to go find the money?
I would like to hold the chicken.
All right, and I pass you the leash of the chicken.
All right. Do I need to roll an animal handling check?
Yes. With
He's
advantage.
With what?
With advantage.
With advantage?
Because he is restrained.
Okay. And what am I rolling? Dexterity?
Animal handling.
Oh yeah, animal handling. Sorry, I was like, I need to roll an animal handling check. What do I need to roll?
Yeah.
That is a 19 on animal handling.
19. Okay. It's not struggling too much.
Cool. I just kind of
so-
look at him and go, hey, you little shit. Hello.
You should be kind to him. He might have gained sentience.
Oh, could have been. Hey, can you fucking talk?
And at that, I walk away.
Okay, so is Io coming in the library or just sitting outside with the
I-
my god.
I'm not going into the library.
Outside of the
Vinny, I got bad news.
Oh no.
I would like you to roll D100.
What?
Cass has redeemed Twist of Fate.
Twist of fate.
Motherfucker.
Why did we
Cass
make that a
really
thing that
just-
people could do?
I think
I'm
Okay.
a masochist.
yeah, I mean it was literally Okay, apparently several people wanted to do things at once, mainly because I just got a text from my father saying, "Boo, I am blocked from violating the law for 5."
Yes, because you can only do it once per session. We put a cap on how many
No,
times...
it's blocked from violating the law for 5 minutes.
Oh.
He has more available.
Oh
Or
no.
something.
What was your number? 23?
23.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Personally, whoever did that. Not really. Twitch,
It's
please don't do
Cass.
that.
And
Cass, personally. With love.
so
No.
Ivory, you walk towards the building, and as you start to step through its threshold, all of your fur turns blue.
Oh.
I just kind of look over at Ivory and I'm like,
Dabba dee dabba die?
Ewan, I'm gonna kick you out.
What?
I just
I just
look
get
over
this
at
go,
Ivory.
like, what?
Am I like seeing that right?
I turned. What?
Look down. Look down. You're.
No, I know. What?
You did feel, Ivory, you did feel that strange kind of surge of energy that happens when you mild magic surge, but you hadn't cast anything, it came out of nowhere.
You're like. That's happening more often. You good?
When am I ever good?
Well, that's true.
Me
Anyway,
check-
have fun
my-
there, Blueberry.
I cannot make myself not look blue, can I?
Uh,
God, fuck it.
Unless you have, like, disguise self or something like
I
that.
do not. I was
Let me
looking
see if I can.
Would
Would Dispel Magic do it?
You could try.
I?
I can burn a 3rd level spell slot on you.
What else are we doing today? Fighting a dragon? No problem. It's a
Y'all
day
don't know
away.
about the dragon yet.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Ivory's just standing there, looking down, looking very defeated.
I just kind of sitting there. I'm like, I don't think I can do anything about that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
They
You
take.
look
So you're not gonna
goofy,
attempt to spell
though.
magic?
No, because I'm worried about the dragon, and I think that it wouldn't do anything.
It's a
What
day and a half away.
dragon? You don't know about
You don't know about it. Io has no reason to be worried about the dragon. If this is something that Io would do,
I know, like, yeah.
Why are we worried about the dragon?
no one is
If you-
worried about the dragon. They don't know it exists.
No one's worried about the dragon. I'm
No, because I
simply
was like,
saying-
it is over a day's walk away.
yeah. Well, also that
We
doesn't
sleep
matter.
anyways.
Would Io do it or not? And I think I was just hesitant to burn a 3rd level fucking spell slot.
On blue double die.
I'm just blue,
Oh.
not hurt. I'm just blue. I can.
Yeah,
stop.
I'm not gonna burn a 3rd level spell slot to
I will
maybe
go inside. I can be
blue.
blue. Fine.
Okay.
Sonic the Tabaxi.
There are some things happening in chat right now.
I'm choosing.
Gotta go
for that.
fast.
Cass, I will be closer to you than you might expect soon.
Ivory, the bright blue tobacco. I'm talking blue raspberry here. This isn't a nice, subtle, like, dark blue. You are a
So this is like
blue
this is the
raspberry
color of
tobacco right
Journey's
now.
here when we met blue.
Yeah, like, this is bright blue. I got bad news, friend. So you walk in, and the Temperance Towers is just as kind of busy and active as it was before. And with all of these books kind of flying through the air and people buzzing past. Where are you headed?
I will go to a desk and ask for the person who they gave their name.
Somewhere
Iceland-
just tagging along?
Yeah, somewhere just tagging along. I didn't write this down because I was streaming and I couldn't open my notes.
Yeah.
So sorry. Yes, I ask for just tagging along.
Okay. The person at the counter goes, oh yeah,
I hold the
think...
Greatest space possible as I do this. Yes,
I think
will.
they're on a break right now, but they should be back in like 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Sure. Do you know where they will be?
Probably on the 2nd floor.
Great. And I go walk to the 2nd floor.
Okay.
And
As you kind of go, the person goes, sick fur color.
and I keep walking.
The person kind of looks like, did I do something wrong? But you make your way up to the 2nd floor, kind of navigating through a couple groups of people. Only a few kind of spare you a glance. There's a lot of weird people in Moongate, so a bright blue tabaxi is honestly not that bad. But you make your way up to the 2nd floor, and are you just gonna find like a seat or a desk, or just kind of sit there?
I try to stand in like an open area. If there's any like desks that librarians go to, then I like keep an eye on them in case they come back and go stand at them. I'm just like looking to see if they come back.
Okay, yeah, there's kind of like a checkout desk kind of thing. you wait there for, 10, 15 minutes. And then kind of crossing towards the desk, you see the Minotaur from before, again in these kind of robes that match the uniform of Temperance Towers, kind of talking to someone at the desk.
Great. I will wait till their conversation is done. Is it a person who's like working at the library talking to them?
Yeah, it's like someone who's working at the library. They're just like chatting.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll be like, hey.
Oh! Hi!
Don't say.
I was about to say you are significantly brighter than I remember.
Yes. This is a
You
new...
okay?
Sure. I was hearing about my chicken, and then this happens, but...
Oh, okay. Yeah, have you tried it?
I have. We haven't really seen any significant results.
Damn.
He is outside, would like to take a look. I wasn't sure if he's allowed inside.
Oh, no, a chicken is definitely not allowed in here.
Yeah, I didn't feel like stuffing him in a bag.
That's also probably a good idea, especially if he's experiencing secondary awakening.
If you want to take a look, he's outside.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we can check that out. To be clear, this is the DM asking because I want to make sure that my notes are correct. Was somewhere also the person that you asked about the shit you were checking out for Io?
No.
Okay. Fair
No,
enough.
it was not. If I do see that person, I'm going to make a mental note to ask them before.
Alright, cool.
If they are... But it's only been a day.
My brain is totally blanking on that person, so if there is like
We can same person, if you would like.
It's fine. I'm willing to make up my own continuity here. Just if you remember any defining features from this person, because I don't know why I'm totally blanking, send them my way. I'm nothing if not honest.
Take notes that session.
What?
I didn't take notes that session because we were streaming.
It looks like Spearwaddle D says it was the same person.
I only take notes on NPCs that we get
I thought it
names
was the
for.
same person. I thought it was also...
Yeah, I will choose to believe you.
Alright, well, I'm gonna believe Spearwaddle D in chat, who may have been talking about something completely different, and my own memory, which may be entirely wrong. Welcome to Aldrithe. I'm just gonna say that Somewhere was also the one working on this, so I am gonna keep that in mind with, yeah, sure, show me the chicken. Let's go figure it out.
Sure, and I lead them outside to the chicken.
Okay. Io, you watch your now bright blue friend, lead a minotaur out of the, building, who,
Mhairi?
What?
I'm just holding the
Let me look up average minotaur height.
Like this. I just kind of go, hey.
I believe I sent you a character sheet, Mhairi, for just tagging all that Spearwaddle D made. Did I not?
No, that became a different person.
Gotcha.
Spearwaddle D's character sheet, which I have received, is a different person than Somewhere.
Okay.
Which should tell you about the success of Somewhere's attempt.
Okay.
Because I am a woman of my word and I was paid $50.
Alrighty.
But, real quick, gonna check height of avatar. So, Minotaurs typically average over 6 feet in height with a stocky build. Somewhere just tagging along, is probably, I'm gonna land up at like 6'5". Pretty built.
Okay. Thank you.
But,
I just like...
Oh, there is a 1 session limit on Fate. Dad, you will have to make Harold strong next session.
Unless I release him in the wild.
But, yeah, this 6'5" Minotaur kind of, walks up to you, very friendly, with, oh, hi, is this the chicken?
This is Harold.
You've put him in a contraption here. Is that blood?
Again, I didn't want to put him in the baskets. That felt, I want to say, inhumane.
For the record, the blood is his. It's also very old.
Oh, yes. No, that's
so don't worry about that.
Up. It's It's not related to
Like weeks to months old. We just considered it rags at this point. We still have them.
It's yesterday old, actually.
Yeah, no, I did forget about that. Anyway.
Okay. Sure. And he kind of very carefully, I'm gonna make an animal handling check. Okay, that's not bad. He kind of very carefully reaches out and kind of gently pats Harold on the head, and Harold is like almost like a possum in the response of Harold here. But it stops very quickly, not like a possum. And he goes, yeah. I don't know if it took. I guess I can keep poking around. But maybe it was just a bad batch, or we can try again, or sorry, it didn't work out. Maybe it doesn't work on chickens. That's fascinating. How many rounds of experimentation do you think you'd be willing to go through with Harold here?
Well, I don't know how long I will be in town.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm fine giving him more. I just don't know that I want to subject him to that. That seems a little too... I look at my...
that's fair.
You are going to fucking Magneto this chicken.
If you really, really wanted to, you could, like, take him?
Oh, well, I don't want to take away a beloved pet.
I've had him 2 days.
Oh, well.
You are going to make this chicken hyper-intelligent, and it's going to become a weapon of its own mind.
Why was your
And we are just going to be living in its world.
Sorry, you've had this chicken for 2 days, and your first thought was just to awaken it?
Yes. I look him directly in the eyes.
I mean, I can respect that. I would probably do that, too. Ewan, he literally specializes in this kind of research. Again, I think there's some interesting moral implications in doing too many rounds of repetition here. But I mean, if you really want me to take him in, I have a couple other, I have some hens back home, and so I kind of have experience with chickens and stuff.
I warn you. You realize he's a rooster.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw him in there with the hens. Who do you take me for? I'm just saying I have experience with chickens.
How about this? Take him for a moment. Like, a moment being a few days. If we check back in and he is fine, maybe we'll take him. Maybe we won't.
So you are I'm giving him to me?
I'm fostering you my chicken.
I love that you are fostering this chicken to me without technically asking if I want to foster the chicken. The answer is yes.
I mean, you said you'd take him.
Yes, but... Yeah, okay, sure. I can't really take him right now because I'm still on shift, and...
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so I can just give you my address and you can come by my house later and just drop him off. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. And he kind of gives a brief direction of, description of directions. Yeah, no, I mean, you can usually tell I got kind of a little grove going back there with, some animals and stuff. My dog might come say hi, but, he's big, but he's not scary. So that's...
You suppose my other friends tag along?
I mean, yeah, you guys seem nice enough. Also, I haven't really introduced myself to you, friend that is holding Harold. I'm somewhere.
Hey, and I hold out a hand for the hoof.
What do you do with Harold? Are you just holding Harold in one arm?
I'm holding...
Okay. Can you make a dexterity check real quick?
Oh god.
19.
Ah, damn, you got an 18. But, so you managed to continue to hold on to Harold, as you reach out and, somewhere goes, oh, I don't know if that's a good way to hold him, so I'll just make this quick and just kind of reaches out. Oh my goodness, okay.
Shorter than usual, because I don't want to drop the chicken.
Yeah. Mainly also shorter than usual because you do that and he's, oh my goodness, okay, and then he's buff, so he just kind of stills and then pulls his hand back.
Nice.
Thank you. But, you know, so I can take him in, I'll get a little pen going once I get back from work, and start some more studying. So, sorry, that was, anyway, y'all are signing and I keep getting distracted by
The same friend over and over.
Yes,
Small friend, small friend, small friend.
Small friend. But
Friend, I'm obsessed with Milo. I keep taking screenshots of him because he's so tiny.
what's him and sign?
You just kind of point. There are no pronouns.
Oh,
Who is the small friend? I'm spacing out. I'm sorry.
Milo.
the-
Owl.
Owl and Milo.
Owl.
Little B.
Look at the big yawn. But yes, so I had to have a brief moment there of friend appreciation and sign appreciation. But yeah, so I can take in the chicken. I've been sent some stuff down the line in terms of Veritas information. I'm still working on it, but I think I've got a good list of, like, centers available there, like orphanages and stuff, but I'm trying to figure out if I can get my hands on, like, individuals involved in it, but I can get you some, like, big overarching businesses, I think. You know, you can do a couple searches there, and, yeah.
I will take what you have, and if you get more by the time I come and check on my dear chicken.
Off the top of my head, I have a pretty good memory, so if I miss, but I have a pretty good memory, so I think I remember all of them, but if I miss one, sorry. Off the top of my head, the, like, houses and stuff that like, oversee the foster system was, like, the Tree of Life Children's Alliance, the Genesis Home for Children, and the New Vision Orphanage.
Aya's face just kind of goes, like, whiter than usual.
Do they seem to recognize any of these?
No.
Okay.
Mhairi,
Mm-hmm.
I hear this and tries to remember anything about, like, being in the foster care system in terms of, like, any kind of identifying information.
Make a history check with disadvantage.
Vari, if you could
Well,
send...
one of those was a natural 1, and the other one was a 3.
No. The time that you would have interacted with a larger house like this was definitely when you were much younger and you don't have any memories from when you were, like, you know, 1.
Yeah.
And from that point on, you realize, you know that you were a part of one of these places' systems, but you always interacted with the individual families, not really with the paperwork. And you can't remember any paperwork headings or anything like that. Vinny, what were you saying?
I was asking if you could DM me the names of those places.
Yes, I can. But, so that's what I got so far. I'm gonna poke around and see if I can find individual houses and stuff, but no guarantees on that one.
Alright, yeah, again, if you get any more information by the time we later come and check on Harold, great. If not, I will check it out.
Okay, fair enough.
You have been helpful. We will stop by later, and I point at Harold. And also come see your dog.
He's very friendly.
I don't think we have anything else. I look to Io. Did we have anything else?
No. Don't think so.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm probably gonna head back in then, because I'm technically outside the building on my shift, and I think that's a no-no. But, yeah, if you need anything else, just come grab me. I'm always gonna be in there. You know, somewhere. But, anyway, I'll see you. And the
thank
master
you.
kind of walks back in. But, so, you have possibly solidified a chicken kennel. You, got a little bit of information. Where are you guys headed?
I'd say going back towards the inn, but I want to take a route that stops by the weird rune place.
Okay. So, yes, you can, I mean, you're gonna have to...
I know it's out of the way.
It's pretty out of the way. Like, at that point, it's not even a route. You're just going to a different place.
Having a bit of a detour. Just going from here to here.
Yeah. You just kind of go to a different place. But if Io, you're also down
I know a
that way.
shortcut.
Do you have any reason to not want to go to the rune place?
I'm not. No.
Okay. You try to kind of find a long roundabout way to get there, but don't, and kind of make your way through the temple district down the way you came, and head towards this strange alleyway that you guys found. Make a perception check as you walk in. Both of you.
Please be one of
Natural 20.
Natural 20! Okay, good.
And... Jesus, 17.
17! Both very good, alright. I will keep that in mind as you approach. What are you looking for?
I'd say we hang out for like 45 minutes, just like, not in the alleyway. Across the street from it, maybe?
Okay. Are you trying to hide?
I mean, there's people around, right? It's the day.
Yeah.
It's a busy place. I mean, if anyone comes out, I'm going to go invisible. But until then, I think I'm just chilling.
Okay.
Imagine Io just sitting next to Ivory and see somebody.
Well, I can also slap...
What?
I mean, I can also slap them with invisibility.
Yeah, that's fair. With a natural 20 and a 17, you guys sit there, you said 45 minutes or so?
Yeah.
Okay. You sit. 10 minutes goes by, 15 minutes goes by. A lot of people in the street here. But you kind of just wait. You start to get a little bit distracted, but pull yourself back. And as you do pull yourself back, the both of you, but like especially Io, but Io in like 4K, sees a figure down the street kind of pull a hood up, and then a few minutes later kind of dip into the alleyway a bit.
Yeah.
Kind of look over at Ivory.
At that point, they're already fucking invisible, and you feel a hand tap you on the shoulder and make you invisible as well.
I just go, have fun.
No, you're now also invisible.
Oh, I'm also invisible?
Yes.
I have made you invisible, and I now have to roll a d20 twice.
I just kind of go,
Yes, please roll your d20 twice.
Yeah, so I'm rolling this d20. Am I adding anything to it?
No, not you, Vinny. This is wild magic.
Oh, sorry, I'm really stupid.
No, you're not. You're fine.
11 to 16, I'm okay.
Okay, yes, you are all right. You are both invisible.
And I grab their shirt and I take them with me. We're going
you
across
cross the street and head into the alleyway where this figure sits. You watch them kind of look around and then pull down the hood of their cloak. They seem to be vaguely masculine presenting. Let me check real quick.
Is this the same person I saw in the library?
Not as far as you could tell.
Okay.
Just stand in front of the fucking wall and they try to walk through and then they bump into you and they think it stops working.
Or maybe I get pulled in with them.
Maybe.
I think you would get shunted out of the wall. You don't have no clip privileges. No clip privileges.
This
Maybe
person.
by accident.
This person appears to be vaguely masculine presenting, ASMR, with, kind of a small, barely glowing, like, halo kind of just above their head, like it's touching their head. Which is a little bit weird, because most halos always tend to be, like, up here, so you're wondering if it's, like, a crown thing or whatever, and at least you think so until you see the person just... and the crown disappears, but everything else stays the same.
Oh.
And you see them kind of rummage through their, through a bag at their side, kind of murmuring something under their breath.
Can I hear what
No.
Can I go closer?
Okay, how close do you want to get to them?
Pretty close. I'm invisible.
Define
Before
pretty
you
close.
do that, I'm casting Bless on both of us.
Okay, cool.
Within
Does Bless have a
5
verbal component?
I don't think so.
It may have somatic.
It is...
Components, somatic and verbal.
That has a
Yeah.
verbal component. Are you going to speak a spell?
We're in a decently crowded street, yeah?
You're in an alleyway. It's quieter.
Now you're in the alley.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm in the
trying to
alley,
go into your
so-
secret base, and then you hear a voice behind you just say, Babingus.
Babingus.
Alakazam, motherfucker. What?
Listen, I hear voices all the time.
Your experiences are not universal.
And you also know.
So I think that, considering that it has a verbal component, I am not going to cast it.
Okay. How close are you two gonna get? Can you give me footage, please?
5 feet?
5 foot, so within melee range?
Yeah.
Cool. Io, how close are you getting?
Warrior
I was gonna say 10
qualifier.
You're going to 10 feet?
I was gonna say 10 feet, because 5 feet scares me.
Okay.
That's fine. We can be 10 feet from each other. Or 5
Cool.
feet from each other.
Ivory, I need you to make a stealth check with advantage.
Augers. I also have really good stuff. Let's do this. Ewan, I need to take a page out of your book and fucking... Yeah, okay, that was an 18 plus 6. 24?
24. Okay.
You need to take a vacay and what?
And memorize all of my stats.
Oh.
Okay. You get kind of up in this person's business, and they kind of stop murmuring as you're just getting close, and you're like, fuck. But, they pull a couple things out of their bag. What appears to be... You can't tell if all of these are necessary or if they're literally just holding shit in one hand while they go through other stuff, but you see them pull out, like, a tuning fork, a couple other things, like a tuning fork, a couple pens, some kind of small, book, and you double take because that was the book from earlier.
Oh. Shit.
And, just kind of, oh my god, again, I swear I'm gonna kill her if she's just...
I am standing there super ready to get out of his way if I need to. Like, I will plaster myself to this wall if I need to.
The figure kind of looks up at the wall and is just kind of like, can you hear me? She fucking took away my key again. Oh, God. Fucking hell. Okay. Seriously, I know you can fucking hear me. And he kind of just stares at the wall. Up at the runes. And a minute later, it's... Never should have fucking left the demiplane. Never should have fucking left it. And, a minute later, just... I got the book you need... Oh my god. And And a minute later, I need to check a spell real quick to see if it does what I think it does.
Pull a book from them.
What?
This is Asa. Asa, should I take their book? I want to take their book.
Here's the thing: is that if they have the book, then we can follow them in. Also, what are this person's pronouns?
Yes.
Any.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm making sure that something works.
Take your time, bestie.
Okay, so you can, okay, alright, I am making sure that works. And they, yes, okay. Awesome. So are you attempting to take the book away?
No.
No, you are not.
I will not take the book.
Okay. Which is kind of good because they pull out they put stuff back in their bag, and again, they pull out the tuning fork and the book from earlier. And they just, and kind of flip through the book. And they start flipping back and forth. Like checking page numbers, scanning, flip, check page numbers, scan, goes back, check page numbers, scan, flip.
What's he building in there?
And a moment later, they arrive at a page, go, right, and just tear the page out of the book.
Up to something.
They tear the page out of the book. They flip again. Page number. Flip back again. Page number. Tear a page out of the book.
They seem to be looking up at the runes at all?
Occasionally they do, but, and after they've ripped out that second page, they just kind of crumple it up in their hand, and take the original book and just toss it.
Interesting.
Cool.
And,
Get that later.
kind of tosses it for a minute, peeks at the, pages again, then just, don't laugh at me for this, and then goes and picks up the book again, and puts it back in his bag, and then just, are you really not going to let me in? Like, are we at this point now? I mean, if I say I'm sorry again, will the, oh my god. You know we're professionals, like we can move. Fine. I'll go get, what is it? Let me make sure that it's...
Oh, what?
Fine, I will go pick up a new fucking... Ugh! And you watch as the figure just rolls their eyes and then kind of makes this gesture with their shoulders, and a moment later you see an entirely new appearance.
Changeling!
This one being significantly more feminine than the last one.
Judice to do the fucking
Blame all pronouns, my beloved.
Changeling with all pronouns, my beloved. As she puts on a slightly more feminine persona. And this one's still wearing the cloak and all of that. Like, the clothes stay the same amongst all of it. But this one is a kind of sage green tiefling. With kind of short curly hair, and just whatever.
I push myself against the wall so they don't run into me.
Yeah, they just whatever, I guess. And kind of adjust an earring, and then looks at the tuning fork that they pulled out, puts it back in their bag, and pulls their cloak back up and leaves the alleyway.
Interesting. I drop invisibility.
I would love to not drop invisibility until we're out of the alleyway.
Sure, we can do that. I will keep up invisibility at least for a good, 5 minutes till I'm sure this person is gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do so.
So someone...
that was
That's weird. That's cool. Huh. Okay.
Did you see what page she tore out?
Did I?
Make a posthumous perception check.
Post shoot, did he die? Did he
Want-
fucking die?
No. What?
Perception, that
Yes,
was a
perception.
17 with
17?
math.
You couldn't. They were scanning it really fucking quickly. So you couldn't get, like. And it was kind of a weird angle that they were holding it out to make sure that they could, like, get every. Like, at one point they put the tuning fork up on their shoulder like a cell phone. And it was just kind of like. But the pages that they tore out, I can tell you page numbers if you want that.
Sure. And I saw what book it was earlier, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll take the page numbers.
54 and 302.
Okay.
Cool. Well, if we can find another copy of the book, then I guess we could track that down.
I don't
Give us
really
some
think that it worked since they kind of gave up.
So I do have a quick question.
Sure.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. I saw someone walk out and I just thought it was interesting and weird. And also, it's the same runes that are on my cards. So,
All right.
shrug.
Well,
They had a very interesting halo though. They just took it off because they're not asthma.
that was cool. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Are you turning yourself into someone else?
Not yet. Maybe later.
Okay.
No, I think I've had enough body swapping for the time being.
Yeah, that was interesting. Are you good, by the way?
What do you mean?
Like, I have voices in my head. You have horrible voices in your head.
Had 'em my whole life. I'm used to it.
It's not normal.
No.
Okay, hotel?
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, not a hotel, it's an inn.
So,
Tom Tom?
I didn't know if I was going to say something or not.
nope.
Okay, cool. So, you make your way back to the inn at, let's say, about the same time that Armani and Judice also make their way back. From two very different encounters. Wizards are fucking weird, y'all. And you all kind of walk down the street, kind of from different directions, and may or may not spot each other kind of as you approach.
I am blue still, right?
Yeah, you're bright fucking blue. Yeah, Armani and Judice, that's fucking weird.
As we approach, I kind of like point between Io and Ivory and I'm like, did you do that? Did you die?
Don't.
No, just the thing that happens sometimes happened and now they're blue.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, could have been another.
Could have been worse. Could have been a
Could have been sent to a
fireball.
plane of some kind.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Could have been struck with a bolt of lightning.
Fireballs.
These are all things that have happened, so that doesn't make it any better.
I mean, it just goes to show that being blue isn't terrible. How's the library?
Not blue.
I noticed you came back without Harold. I can only assume.
No, we
he-
have Harold.
Oh, you have Harold? I thought you gave him to
Yeah.
the fucking.
You have to
mentor.
wait until he gets off of his shift.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna be like, I can only assume that he achieved sentience and chose to strike out a life on his own. But,
No, we met a Minotaur who had a surprisingly strong handshake for not having hands.
they have hands, I thought.
Did
No,
you
they
have
got hooves.
hooves?
Really?
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Wait.
They got
I
hooves
thought
on their
they
feet.
had-
They got hooves on their feet. They got like a satyr joint
They got
going on.
hands.
Yeah, no, they've got a satyr joint going on. They have hands. They just have hooves on their feet.
Oh, I'm dumb. Okay.
Bullheads,
Are you
right?
thinking about a centaur? Who also
No.
has arms, but in a different place?
No, I've just seen minotaurs drawn with
no,
all
these
hooves.
That would suck.
This guy has
Yeah.
hands.
He works in a library. I think he needs to be able to write.
He needs some somatic components as he is a wizard.
His mouth to write,
um,
or like swedges it between hooves. I do think I update them on weird alleyway stuff, and also what we're doing with Harold, which is drop them
Those
off.
are both worrying.
I feel like one of them is a lot more depressing than the other.
Yeah, same.
You don't fear Harold like I do. And he does laugh. That is in character.
Aw.
Okay. Question, actually, back for a second. Is my tail still gray?
No. Not while you're blue.
It's blue.
Dabba dee dabba da.
Dabba dee dabba die. That was in sync for me. Ooh. So job. Looks like hunting down legendary beasts. Quite straightforward. How do we feel about killing a dragon?
What kind of dragon?
Not one of the sentient ones that, like, are people. Just one that, is a beast from the Underdark.
I mean, it could be interesting.
We paid 3,000 gold for it.
Also,
How far away is it?
like, can we research them before attacking them this time, so we know what hurts them?
Yeah, that could
Definitely.
That's
a
good idea.
There is a library. If you
I
want to do
do
some
have
reading on shadow dragons.
question, which is, when are we doing this? Because I do believe we need to get out of...
Yes,
out of
I know. It's about a day's walk, day and a half's walk. That should be about a day's ride. We can make it to the base of the mountain in about a day, go up, do our thing, get down, rest, head on back, get paid, get out.
Right. Can we leave tonight so that I can drop off Harold and not need to drag a chicken with us?
I'm up to leave tonight. I actually have been meaning to talk to our friends. So let them know that we're heading out for a few days, pay for their room,
Sure.
and leave Fida with them.
That's probably good. Sure.
I can only communicate with Fida up to a mile away, but Fida still exists independently of me. So
Hey.
We will just have to hope that they will be fine, because if we're going to drop them off eventually, we have to hope that they will be fine.
Okay, that's your
they have
call.
a 7-foot tall dog protecting them.
Yeah, and
hey,
are
and they know how to use swords now,
kind of.
quite proficiently, I'd say.
All right.
Better than the average person.
Okay. Wait till tonight. Pay for rooms for them. Head out.
Great. Oh, also, monster bits, 700 gold, easy. So Judice spreads that out. That's 175 for each of us.
Yeah. Back up to 50 platinum, baby.
Mm-hmm. But yes, if we're heading out tonight, if one of you wants to cover the rooms for the next 3 days, that'd be good.
Do we need the rooms, or can we just pay for one room for the...
Just theirs.
Okay, yes.
And yeah, I'll give them a talk, let them know that we're heading out for a bit, getting them a bit of a fund to rest on, and then sure, we can head out tonight. I would need to join you on the cart, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I don't mind.
Great. I'll get my things and I'll head up and talk to them.
We go dump all of our stuff in the cart.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, so you start kind of unpacking your rooms and bringing that all to your cart and stuff. How many rooms? How many nights are you gonna pay for Zion Lazari?
3.
3. That is going to be 12 gold in total. Who is paying?
I'll cover it.
Okay. I was like, no one is offering up money. It's not optional. 12 gold for 3 more rooms, 3 more nights. Yeah, do you go just tell Zion Lazari?
Judice actually did want to talk to Zion Lazari.
Fair
a little
enough.
bit.
That was why I was asking more specifically.
But yeah, if anyone else has anything before that.
Anyone else have anything to do other than talking to Zion Lazari?
Pet
Io
seat
a bit
before we
but,
leave.
if Ace says if you're okay with that, I'd like to talk to Io. But if you're not, then we can save it for next session.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Armani interactions, baby.
I know it's about fucking time, but yeah, I think you have your Lazarus Eye talk first, though.
Okay.
Hi, Stinky, come here.
All right, so you go knock
I thought
on...
that was the start of the IO conversation.
No.
For a split second. Like, that's definitely a great way to open this up with someone who you aren't sure how close you are with. If you aren't sure how close you are with someone, step 1, call them Stinky.
That's the solution.
Yes.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to Zianma. Judice will head up to their room. It's Judice.
Oh, hey, come on in.
And he opens the door. Heads on in.
Yeah, the two
What's
of
waiting
them
for?
are sitting on their bed. It seems like Lazari is reading something, and Loki Zayama's laying in Lazari's lap, and so Lazari's got like one hand holding book, the other hand just kind of like running her hand through Zayama's hair. Hey, what's up? How can I help you?
Sorry, am I buzzing?
A little bit, but it's okay.
One moment.
Okay.
Is it clicking? Yeah, I think it was you, and there's like a clicking noise. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
You're still clicking a little bit.
Yeah, there's a clicking noise.
Fuck. I don't know what it is.
It's not as bad.
I don't know what it is.
No,
Alright.
it's more subtle. It's not buzzing, so you're good.
Okay. I get a fancy mic, I get a foam cover, I get a pop filter, and still I get the worst audio. Alright. Don't beat up your mic again, please. But yes.
Don't mute next time. Don't die.
What they
Can
say?
I help you?
I just wanted to speak to you, let you know that
Lazar kind of closes the
we're
book and sets it
taking,
aside. Zai sits up.
we're taking some jobs, making sure that once we leave you to settle, you will have a lot to sit on. Probably a couple thousand gold.
Oh wow! All right.
It's difficult to get yourself situated.
Absolutely, but you are quite generous. I mean, you've been quite generous for a while now, but you know, thank you, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. So we're going to be out of town for a few days.
All right.
Going up to the mountains down south. Going to be slaying a dragon.
Oh, because that's never gone badly before.
Hey, we do a lot of things for 3,000 gold.
Damn. 3,000 gold is a good amount of money. Yeah.
Yes, and hey, it's going to a good cause, right?
I would hope so.
but you will be here just by yourselves. Have you been able to leave at all?
No. Figured with the weird not Lazary and the amount of people in this town and all of that, that maybe it wasn't a great idea to leave, so, we have ordered room service a couple times on your tab.
Oh, good. Let me know how much I owe, I guess.
I
But-
am sure they will make that incredibly obvious to you.
Great, great. Love that.
Yeah, sorry, we were gonna wait until, like, well, maybe you would bring stuff, but you didn't always bring stuff, so, like, unfortunately, it is pricey in food for some nights.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
we
fair.
are getting paid. Yeah, we're getting paid 3,000 gold. for
Ideally.
this, so. Ideally. Expect us back in a few days. I'd say 3 or 4.
Okay.
We've paid for your room for the next few days. I am prepared to leave Fida with you.
Oh, shit. Can she come in here? Did you not think about that bit?
If you need Fida, she can get
Okay,
here.
but she's definitely not allowed it here, is she?
No,
What a
she's
shame.
she's 7 feet tall.
Yes, I am
so
aware.
no.
I wish she was, though, because she'd be good to have around, I think. But if something goes wrong, then...
Actually, Zyanma, why is Judice turning more and more British? I'm so sorry.
It's infectious.
Yeah, it's infectious. It's contagious. Actually, Zyanma, how far along are you in your studies?
Not super far. I mean, I can handle myself. Probably hold on, let me see what the highest level spell she has is. Like, I think I know the level, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm correct. Oh no, I got signed out of D&D Beyond. No, not that one. Interesting. Okay, let's see if I can... Great. Hi. Can't access Zai's character sheet right now. So I think the highest level spell that Zai has is non-detection. But she doesn't have the spell.
Sorry, I was trying to...
for it.
I was trying to find the spell enlarge and reduce.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
To see, but no, that's not what was wrong. Because the face that I made was I was looking up the spell enlarge and reduce. The face I made was to the unfortunate discovery of the first result, since I've searched it up before. Enlarge and reduce, 5th edition. Second result is enlarged prostate. So, I am simply.
Ewan fucking dies ASMR.
But it's a 2nd level transmutation spell. So can Zyanma use those?
She doesn't have enlarge reduce in her spellbook.
Okay. Huh. I know that there was a library, and sorry, I was still I got a lot of stuff up when I was talking about the other search results, but I know there's a library. They probably have spells there. I don't know how much that would cost.
It's been a while since I tried to, like, move anything into my spellbook. I'm about to play a wizard. I need to know this. One sec. Preparing guesses, putting shit in my spellbook. How do I put shit in my spellbook? Fuck. And I am exposed that I don't know how wizards work. I'm trying to figure out how to put shit in my spellbook.
That's alright.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have, like, the paper or ink right now, like, arcane stuff, but I can poke around, I guess. I think, off the top of my head, I think that's, like, 50 gold's worth of shit, and she definitely does not have
I'm
that
now
right
realizing.
Yeah,
That
the
spell lasts for 1 minute. You would be able to get Fida up here, maybe.
Maybe.
And then you would have a horse in your bedroom.
The process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold pieces for each level of the spell. So if that's a second level spell, that would be a 4-hour cost, 100 gold pieces worth of ink and paper, and you'd need to find her the actual scroll itself.
Put a pin in that plan for now. Would you like me to leave Fida with you? Or...
I mean, I whatever works for you, honestly. We're not, like, super frightened here, but, I mean, we'd appreciate it.
Right. I know you're not defenseless completely. I mean,
I would hope not.
you're a regular caster and you've had good teachers. But... Well, is there anything else you need before we head out for the next few days?
I don't think so, as long as you're fine with us continuing to charge shit to your tab.
As long as you don't make us lose more than 3,000 gold, it'll be a net gain, so...
Okay. I guess. I'm slightly worried about the whole dragon thing, but, you know, it's...
no,
I'm
us
sure
too,
you've got
a little bit. We'll do our best. What more can you do?
I suppose. Try not to get yourselves killed, because you are kind of our hope, and I do like you quite a bit, so... But, so, like, you know, try to keep yourself safe. Just a little bit. If that's alright.
We'll do our best. Take care of each other. I know you always will. But...
Of course. And Lazary kind of smiles at Zai, and Zai just... But, do you need anything? I mean, it's not like we can do much, but, you know, may as well ask.
I mean... How are you both doing regarding everything? I know that we haven't checked
They
in.
both let out heavy sighs.
Oh boy. Right. Opened a bit of a can of worms there.
I mean, I don't know what you were expecting. But... Oh, Hydrate 2.0. Sorry. I didn't notice. Oh, switching. Shit. Maybe...
Yep, I'm going.
Okay. There we go. Now everybody's in the right place.
My iPad is dying.
Oh no.
But yes.
It's okay.
So...
Is there a charger?
The charger is trying its best.
Oh, okay.
But yes, so, I was saying something. I'm so sorry, I got a bunch of messages at once, so I was trying to balance both. But, yeah, I mean, can of worms, that's just what you expecting, right? Oh, I'm in the wrong... There we go.
I was gonna... There we go. I'm Ivory. But... I was just... It's been a lot. And... For both of you. And I know we're taking you around from place to place, and I know that we're going to eventually find you somewhere to stay, but... It's good to check in. I mean... I understand the value of someone checking in on you and making sure you're all right. It's a luxury.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I appreciate it. Genuinely, I do. There's quite a bit to unpack, and Zayama goes, yeah, that's one way of putting it. Look, we're making it through, and that's what matters, and, you know, at some point, maybe we just need to kind of set shit aside and deal with it once we're settled again. But it's fine. We'll be fine. Eventually. Like, we're fine, of course, and Lazar goes, oh no, we're fine. I mean, it's just us individually, is quite...
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
16.
16.
15 plus 1.
They seem to be telling the truth. But just individually, we've both got some kind of issues going on, like, you know, apparently, what I'm going is not healthy, and Zayama's like, why are... What? No, it's not healthy. She's not being healthy about it, and, you know, I look, and Lazar goes, and Zayama is being slightly overbearing, but we're working on it, and Zayama's like, Jesus Christ. This is, look, we're working on it. It's fine, genuinely. It's just a lot to handle, and we're both taking it in different ways. We know that. It's all right, really. It genuinely is. Like, it's fine. We've both got a lot to work through, and we know that, and...
With that insight check, are they fine? And is this a time for Judice to bring up the vengeance is a hell of a drug?
You can bring up vengeance as a hell of a drug if you want to. They are fine. They're okay. You get the feeling that this is the things that they're saying are like, we've gotten to the point in conversation that we can gently bully each other about these tendencies, but that doesn't mean that they're healed. This is just how we cope. Like, yes, Zayama is overbearing and continues to kind of get overbearing about this. They've had a conversation and communicated about it, and Zayama is working on it. So they've gotten to the point where they can lightly bully. She can lightly bully Zai for it, and Zai won't like care too much. They are genuinely fine. They're just having to work through a lot of heavy shit right now. And so inevitably, like, they're working on it. The two of them were like, okay, you know what? There was, like, one night where Zai was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking sleep on the floor tonight. We'll talk about this tomorrow. And that's fair. They had their moment. They're good. They are okay. It's just both of them are on very shaky footing at the moment.
Right. Well, we'll be back when we're back, but hold down the fort for us, and
We'll try our best.
I mean, you don't really go outside, so I
No.
guess I can take Vita.
Whatever you want. Like, hey, if you think that Fida will be able to hear us shout loud enough if something happens, and that's good. If not, take Fida. You're good.
I genuinely think she can. Just throw open a window,
Well, I
scream.
If something is going on, we may not have the time to go throw open a window. Also, I haven't tested these windows. Maybe we should test these windows. But it feels like a fire hazard. Anyway, yes, if you'd like us to just yell very loudly if something happens, then we can do that, to be
We're on
fair.
the second story. You can tuck and roll.
Tuck and what now?
Look, if you open up the window and you just need to get out, you're only on the second story. Fida's quite tall. I'm just saying you could probably make that jump, if all goes to the hells.
We could certainly try. I don't think either of us are super known for our dexterity, but, you know, we can give it a shot.
You wield the blade fairly well.
That was Zai speaking.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, he was talking too loud, right?
I mean,
There's some dexterity in that.
I suppose, but I'm, you know.
Do you need to be dexterous to write things?
What?
That was to Zayama.
Zayama goes, what?
I don't do a lot of writing.
I can tell.
Most of what I wrote is just, verses from something. It's mainly muscle memory at this point.
Oh.
Like I could just put my hand
Can you
down
write?
and start reciting.
Are you literate?
Yes.
Inside check.
Judice is literate.
Yeah.
He just I don't know why I'm rolling. That's
I don't know
true.
why you're rolling. She's making one against you.
Yeah, Judice is literate. He just probably knew how to write a little bit before like he got taken in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. He just has very, very good muscle memory when it comes to reciting.
Fair enough, I guess. All of us were raised differently. Lazarus goes, you can tell me about that one. But Zai goes, speaking of, I don't know if there's like a post office around here or anything, or if it's safe. But if you think of a way that it might be safe or possible for me to send a letter back home. I doubt it, because I'm sure they go through everything, but...
I think we could.
I just miss my family
Write it under
more
a
than I
pseudonym?
expected. I guess.
Write it under a pseudonym. I don't think they open up the letters. I think they definitely check who's
Lazarus
going
goes,
there, but...
I wouldn't put it past them.
All right. Write under a pseudonym. Do your best. I mean,
I don't know. Are you guys going back to Targrave
scenario.
anytime soon?
That's a great question.
How about this?
As
If
much
you
as I'd
guys
like
end
to.
up going to Targrave anytime soon, just give me a heads up before you go, and I'll send something with
I'll
you.
drop it off.
And yeah, you could just drop it off with Mom or Leo or somebody.
I've been actually planning on how to get back to Targrave soon. Moongate, I know, is connected to Targrave in terms of that's where Targrave gets its wizards from. And if Moongate and if Moongate and Wakefeld or anything alike, which they are, they do have a teleportation circle system that connects them. In fact, I saw the teleportation circle from Moongate to Targrave when we were in the Glittering Hills. So, worst comes to worst, we can use that.
Okay. Well,
Is it legal? Perhaps not.
well, there's a lot of what's going on here that is not super legal, so that's not
Exactly,
a limiting
so-
factor.
No harm, no foul.
If you decide that you can make it back, just give me a heads up. I guess. Guess you don't have to.
Great. I'll let you know. But
Thanks.
I will. Anyways, have a good rest of your evening, and
You too.
hopefully we'll see you soon.
Try not to get killed by a dragon.
I'll do my best for a lot of people's sakes.
Okay. Alright, good luck.
See you when we see you.
And you go. Io and Armani, are you still gonna have your little conversation?
We talked and we decided it made more sense to do on the road, so we're gonna postpone it for now.
Okay, fair enough.
So.
So with the girlfriends acknowledged is not the word I'm being informed. With the girlfriends informed, and everybody kind of starting to pack up, are you going to be leaving like in the evening?
I think we're leaving tonight. I
assuming
think you're gonna stop at the library.
After that, whenever he said to cop by, we will drop off the chicken and then leave. I would say.
Okay. I'll say for the sake of brevity, you go and do so. There is a dog, kind of a mastiff, that is very bouncy and does greet you. Fucking Harold hates everything about the Mastiff, and is made incredibly uncomfortable by its presence, but somewhere is like, he'll get used to it. Hi. Harold doesn't super like somewhere either, but it doesn't appear that Harold likes a lot of things.
Okay.
But yeah,
You really picked a fucking chicken to imbue with sentience.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it is a smaller kind of house, not necessarily a cottage, larger than a cottage, but not like a big house by any means. And he's right, he's kind of got a little grove going, with a little menagerie of animals. And he's like, yeah, I think I'll take good care of him, and hopefully he'll be less grumpy by the time you get him back. How's that? But yeah, no, he'll take care of Harold before you head on the way.
Great. Yeah. I guess we say like our plan of like it'll be at least 3 days probably.
Yep. Okay.
Cool.
And he's fine with that. He'll take care of Harold. Is there anything else you want to do before heading out that evening?
Were we gonna fucking research these dragons at all?
I think that's a good idea.
Oh, right. Yeah. Have this.
We have a whole day. Can we have gone to the library and got a book on dragons?
You can absolutely go to the library again, yeah.
We can do that next session. Start next session by going to the library.
Yeah, if you'd like to start next session with research, then we absolutely can.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, then yes, because I know Asa is suffering from vaccine time, and Floyd looks quite tired as well. I have
an essay to write.
Yes, I think with the group headed towards, having dropped off Harold, headed towards the library to go and find some extra information on their newest foe. I think that is where we are going to leave off for tonight. But thank you everybody for coming, and we hope you enjoyed this session. I am very glad to be back in my own space in order to run stuff. And I would like to do kind of a special reminder at the end of this session to go along with our usual binder and hydrate check, and that is a self-care check. Obviously, this session started with some pretty rough material, and if you need to get some rest, take a little bit to kind of work on getting yourself grounded and all that kind of stuff, please do so. Please take care of yourself. Cool content is not worth fucking yourself up mentally. And I just wanted to drop that of like, check in with yourself, make sure that you're feeling okay if you were watching for that. Yeah, so that's my note there. Otherwise, like I said, we are off next week on the 6th, but we'll be back on the 13th. Check our Twitter and possibly our TikTok, because I know we've been really bad about keeping that updated. Check our Twitter and possibly our TikTok for updates on what we will be doing in the time slot next week. Otherwise, we will pick up with this story and some fun dragon hunting on the 13th.
One more thing.
Yes?
It's final season, everyone. Please take some time and take a little break from your school. You deserve it. You're doing so well, no matter what on the tests. We are proud of you and love you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Your self-worth is not defined by your grades, and if you are a person that is taking exams right now, I love you so much. Get yourself some study snacks. Yeah, much love to Ewan. I will help you grade your essay, buddy. But for now, are we gonna do a raid today?
Yeah, I know. Did we raid Austin Dodge before?
I don't think
believe
so.
so.
This doesn't ring a bell.
I follow most of the people that we.
I see them
Austin
streaming and are followed right now, but I don't know.
Well, they're streaming and they have the LGBT tag thing up, and they have they're small streams. So
Well, you know what? Even if we have
Let's
rated
do
them
it.
before,
All
we
9
haven't
of us.
rated
Let's
them in a
go.
while. So yeah, we were a little small stream tonight, so we're a little tight knit. Let's go. But yeah, even if we have rated them before, let's just. Yep, it did. Even though we have rated them before, obviously it's been a bit, so may as well go check them out. So yes, let's go ahead and join this raid. Thank you all, everybody, for coming. If you are like our lovely Asa and Floyd, please go get some rest. And we love you very much. Please take care of yourself. If no one has told you this today, I love you so much, and I am so glad that you're here. But yes. Mwah. We will see you next week, or if we won't, see you the week after that. So yeah, bye bye. Let's go raid.
Good night, friends.
I pressed the button.
There we go.
Ba-dong.